Wheelie Bike. And I'm putting Rams fans on the air live from HPC after the game. Hollywood Park Casino is LA's hottest card room and the only place where you can party and play 24/7. Hollywood Park Casino must be 21 and older. See you there Thursday.
There's nothing like when you get that part from eBay and it just fits. Yeah, the first time. So you can do less of this and get right back to more of this. At eBay, you'll find all the parts you need, guaranteed to fit, at prices you'll love. Sounds good, doesn't it? eBay. Things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Hey, it's Reese Davis. Let's be honest, you can't keep an eye on everything. Unless you've got Blink Outdoor 4 cameras. While you're focused on the game, Blink's keeping an eye on your home.
With up to 2-year battery life and with Sync Module XR, you can cover more space without constant maintenance. No wires, no worries. Blink helps keep an eye on what matters most. Get Blink today at the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
Hi, this is Sean McVay of your LA Rams. The Rams play here. KSPN, Los Angeles.
710 ESPN.
A good karma brands radio station.
Previously on the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Are we on this wit or what? Like, this one's a big deal already early in the season.
I'm ready to go. I'm jacked up. I'm knocking stuff over in here. I'm ready to go, baby. Thursday night. Let's get it.
Let me tell you something. This guy has so much fun.
Yeah, listen, we have a good time. Our group is not scared to have a good time and let our personality show, and it's been fun, man. We try to celebrate every city we go to every week, and it's been a blast. And I can't wait to continue to see this fan base, home game, in and out, being there, representing for the Los Angeles Rams.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show is on the air.
LA, hey, it's Evan calling. Shabbat Shalom. Welcome. No, I'm just kidding. I can't do that. I actually can't do that. I actually can't. I don't think it's appropriate.
A fresh blue review because the Dodgers will have played Game 2 of the Reds. So
And we'll cut it in post-production.
The Jew review is what it is.
Oh, we need to just change the name right now.
The biggest show in ESPN LA history.
A little sabor.
Give me a freaking break.
Yeah, I don't think people like being called hacks.
You're the güero on the radio.
Giant Mexican, horn section. And
Did you have me on your show to berate me? Is that what you're doing now?
I think you could have like multiple personalities on this show. You could have. You could be Corporate Greg. You could be Bruin Boy.
Blue Review Greg.
You could be Blue
Review
Review Greg.
Yeah.
Right. Like you could be like the different personalities. You know what I mean? Like you choose which lane you want to go down on a given day.
I got multiple personality disorder. That's just how
That's fine.
show.
That's great.
Scott Kaplan, eat a fat one, bro.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show on 710 ESPN.
The all-new ESPN LA app and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
By the way, looking at Geeter on the YouTube channel, look at
Oh, he looks fantastic.
Very sharp, good hair day.
He's handsome dude.
You got it. Nice background.
Have you guys noticed I've just let it go?
Yeah.
Salt and pepper. I just can't fight it.
You should, dude. I told Cappy to do the same thing. I told him stop dyeing your hair, bro.
Geeter, I'm having the exact same issue right now. I was a hair dyer.
Then he came in looking like the Lego guy.
I mean, he was like Keith Hernandez, this guy.
Yeah, and so now I've kind of just let it go. What's your philosophy on letting the gray go?
So, you remember Elsa, Anna? Like, just let it go.
We're bigger than U.S. Steel.
Wow, that's crazy.
Right now.
Well, you want to Bit boy.
If a man wants to be called Muhammad Ali, goddammit, respect his wishes and call the man Muhammad Ali. Yeah.
7:03. Good morning. It's getting longer and longer. I love it.
Yeah.
Wednesday morning. Welcome into the Sedano and Kap Morning Show, and good morning. Sedano's here, looking beautiful this morning.
Yeah, he looks good.
He looks good. And he's got the TV IFB in. He means business when the IFB's in.
He looks real serious today, boy.
Looks like he's been doing a salmon sperm facial.
Oh, yeah. Look how nice his skin looks. Oh, God.
No salmon sperm?
Jealous.
Not yet?
No, just didn't do it.
Just take that salmon sperm and just put it all over your face, man.
Inject it in your face.
You know who's been using salmon sperm? The Los Angeles Dodgers, not the bullpen, though. But those bats were hot last night.
Well, if you just get a lot of hits and score a lot of runs, the bullpen part doesn't really matter, right?
Well,
That's
they
the
tried,
bright side.
but they tried. I mean, listen, when Blake Snell left that game, and he was brilliant, I honestly thought to myself, if I'm Blake Snell, I'm going to fight with Dave Roberts to say, no, I want to stay in the game. I don't trust these guys. Let me go complete game. It's only like 90 pitches, dude. Come on, let me stay in.
You know what I want to hear? You know what I want to hear? Is it Joe Davis on the call now?
No, it was Boog Shumby.
No, I know.
yesterday.
I was doing a bit. Let's hear Shohei Ohtani lead off this thing, baby. Come on.
2-1 pitch is rocketed deep to right field. Marte will watch it fly. The Dodgers are on the board as Ohtani goes yard.
Are we surprised at all by this? The guy rises to the occasion like few players I have ever seen.
I think that's the radio call.
Yeah, Tom Hart, Tim Kirkchin on the call.
Very
Yeah,
good.
it's a radio call. What's your problem, sucker?
No problem at all. But I'll tell you this now.
We thought you were going to play Boog. That's
As
why.
aired on the ESPN LA app and on 7:10 a.m., which you'll hear the game again tonight, 6 p.m. See how I weaved it? I weaved it, Cappy, all over you.
Very nice.
Tom Hart is excellent. He
nice.
did Braves many years ago.
Mm-hmm.
He was
Got
part
my
of the
Blake
Braves
Snell.
broadcast.
I had to break out the Blake Snell bobblehead this morning. Put it on the desk.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, listen, and I got to give him the credit. I mean, what Blake Snell did last night, going 7 complete innings, 2 hits, 91 pitches, 9 strikeouts. You know, George, he had in the early part of that game, the first 6 batters, 6 up, 6 down, 16 pitches. That's all it took, 16 pitches. And so Blake Snell was on fire last night, and when they pulled him out, like I said, 7 innings, 91 pitches, I honestly thought to myself, might they keep him in this game? Might they let him go a little bit deeper?
Might they? No, that might they is Briones' daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah,
might
yeah.
they?
Yeah.
Right, see. But the thing is, I are you surprised? Like, I'm kind of surprised. You know how we had this whole conversation about go from one starter to another starter because the bullpen is not trustworthy?
Yeah, the Bergman piggyback plan.
Right.
Right.
But during the
Sheehan
game,
was ready.
Right. That's my point.
He should have come in.
Right. Sheehan was warming up.
Hey, Jack Dreyer just made things a little interesting. That's all.
It was
You got
Vezina
nervous,
and then
Fergie.
Edgardo Henriquez.
Well,
Right.
Edgardo
And then-
Henriquez really just needs to not pitch anymore.
Never
I'm
again.
surprised these guys are on the roster. Like, I really
Well,
am.
I mean, they have to fill the roster.
Well, but hold on. But let me just say this. This is what I was getting at.
Yeah.
Was anybody surprised, though, that Dave went with the regular season bullpen plan? I'm not saying that Dave Roberts was going to listen to us and go, hey, you know what? These guys have a really good concept.
Yeah, the BPP.
Right.
You were supposed to text him, Cappy.
Well, I did text him. And Dave
Let's
is
see the
Dave-
text. I want to see the text.
Dave is super responsive. I mean,
It's
super
not,
responsive.
we won't put it on air. It's not like we'll throw it up on YouTube, but we do want to see the text.
I'm not texting Dave Roberts that here's the Bergman plan.
You told me you were going to. You lied.
You did
that
lie.
really
You said
lying?
you were
Scumbag,
going
Cappy.
to.
Is that lying? Really?
You said you were
Really?
going to.
Right. You said,
Oh,
yeah,
I
I'm gonna
did.
do it.
I don't remember that part.
It's
You guys
lying
remember?
by
You guys,
omission.
Cappy,
guys-
yes,
what?
you absolutely said you would.
I don't recall. I know
what
this.
are you, Oliver North now? Like,
No,
what's
I'm
wrong
one,
with you?
I'm one of these.
I'm
by
not
the way,
here to talk about the past.
An
Iron
Oliver North
Contra?
reference.
Like,
Well,
what's
we had
wrong
an
with you?
Ollie North
An
reference
Oliver
out of the
North
gate.
reference.
That
Boy,
was
that is something that I'm sure everybody got. That was
I
good.
got it, Cappy, and that's all that matters.
I'm sure
Listen,
you did.
Let me tell you something.
Yeah,
You
go ahead.
underestimate how highbrow our audience is with Poli Sci.
No, I don't. They have no idea what you're talking about. You can try and suck up to them all you want. That is not going to work. They
I
don't
have
know
no
what you
idea.
just
Well,
meant.
you
Don't
don't
worry
think
about
you
it. I
think
got
our
no
audience is really dumb. You don't think they
Look at
understand.
Fergie.
You don't think they understand basketball. You don't think they understand Poli Sci references. I mean,
They
come
didn't
on.
understand the
Fergie,
poli
you
sci
proved how
reference.
smart you were yesterday, and now you don't get Ollie North?
Right, you knew the
that's a little
planets.
outside of my my realm.
You knew the planets yesterday, and you knew the Great Lakes yesterday.
Right.
Very good.
Yeah.
Now, George, I am trying to be higher brow, and I'm trying to be smarter. If everybody who's watching on YouTube can see that even I have put on the spectacles today just to try and join the team. I mean, everybody's got on their
Well,
glasses
I needed
today.
them to read.
I don't wear glasses, but I just put them on just to be part of the squad.
I only need them to read.
Yeah, well, I need them to read, too. Here's what I read. Alex Vesia is terrible. Enriquez he's horrible.
Enrique Enriquez.
Enrique Enriquez. Right, he's horrible, too. Right.
Enrique Iglesias, is that where you're going with?
Right, him, too.
But
He's horrible. He's
Cappy, your glasses look like a bit.
Yeah, they are a bit.
But no, like, are they like comic book bits?
No,
where did you get those glasses?
You'll love these. These are
CVS.
blenders. These are blenders, and these are the blue. Like they protect your eyes from the computer
they have blue
screens.
light glasses?
Yeah, these are them.
Oh, get me a pair.
Yeah, I got it. Dude, I love these. I actually like another pair better, but another pair that I have. But I'm trying to match George here with the black frames, and the skin with the sperm all over it, you know what I mean? And the nice dark hair.
Spam and sperm.
Well,
you got to say salmon sperm.
Salmon.
If you say just regular, it's a little dicey.
Cappy, you gotta make sure the salmon part is in.
Oh, all right.
The big part of the equation.
All I'm saying to you guys is this. Was anybody surprised that Dave Roberts went with the regular season bullpen game plan?
No, it was game one. So, I think game one, you just kind of you see what you got.
Yeah, well, it was game one, and it was also an 8-run lead. They figured, okay,
right.
I got an 8-run lead. Let me just throw out all these other dudes that are never going to pitch again.
Right, let me see if in a non-high leverage situation we can squeeze something out of them.
Guess what happened?
Yeah.
Looked like the old bullpen.
Yeah, right. I don't know why he thought anything.
Ball.
Right.
Wow, you're criticizing Dave?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
No, I'm talking about Cappy.
Me? I'm not criticizing. I'm asking, is anybody surprised? I'm surprised. I'm surprised that you would go with the exact same game plan that was failing you during the regular season and not trying something a little bit different. To Bergie's point, when you've got an 8-run lead, you might as well just try and let these suckers absorb some of these innings.
But here's the thing, Cappy. In a game that is so low leverage like that, you're better off throwing those guys out because you'll need the Emmett Sheehan's of the world.
Yes.
What if today's game is tighter?
Right.
Understandable. You have Tyler Glasnow back there.
Right. Understandable. But think about how, these guys, nothing changed. Why would it change? They were horrible during the regular season, especially down the stretch. Why would anything be different last night? And they did their job, which was, hey, guys, crowd's kind of falling asleep here. It's 8-0. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they woke them up, that's for sure. Whatever was left of the crowd, because people left.
No, they were leaving for sure. That place emptied out.
Let's walk in a few runs here and make it exciting.
Well, listen, it got to the point where the bases were loaded,
right,
and it was 10-5. Right. So
the tying run was on
makes
deck.
It a 1-run game.
Yeah,
no
the tying
doubt.
run was on deck.
Yeah,
right. That's not good.
And when you walk in a run, and then the bases are still loaded, and you do it again, and the bases are still if put it this way, this strategy of pitching these bullpen guys, you will lose games like this when you're playing Philadelphia, because Philadelphia can mash. Philly can mash. Cincinnati,
they can mash.
I said this to you guys yesterday. I have a perception that they're just they got here. They had a strong finish. The Mets fell apart. They're young. They're not ready for prime time. They don't know what they're walking into here at Dodger Stadium with 55,000 people and the primetime national TV audience. Not ready for prime time. But, man, that bullpen is just so bad.
Teams just know at this point that get through the starter, they're going to go 6, they're going to go 7 innings, and then at that point, then you can start hitting, because they know if that bullpen comes out there, they're going to get on base. They're going to have opportunities to score runs.
More Dodgers baseball in just a moment, and Michelle Smallman's going to join us in a few minutes. And we've got a Ron the Caddy embraces Bergman story from Dodger Stadium last night. Maybe Bergie was sniffing the keys. We'll find out. But first, tell us about our friends at Prize Picks.
Oh, listen, you want action in the state of California, Prize Picks is the place to be. Sports action, of course. Here's the deal, man. Download the Prize Picks app. Use the promo code CAPPY, KPPY. First $5 play, get you a $50 bonus. Prize Picks is very simple to play. It's more or less. There's a stat line on every individual player imaginable in every sport imaginable. So, for example, a pitcher yesterday, like Blake Snell, there'd be a more or less number for his strikeouts or hits allowed or whatever. For a hitter, it would be home runs. Cappy won his Ohtani Prize Picks yesterday.
Yeah.
But
Shohei Ohtani.
He won that individual play. Right. I don't know if he won his larger play because Ohtani did get a home run and an RBI.
Right.
But you can bundle a couple together, and you could win cold hard cash.
Yeah, you could multiply your money by up to 2,000 times. So think about that. I mean, if you can put together a winning play, a winning lineup, and go 6 for 6, and, as long as you're playing at the right odds, I mean, you could literally multiply your money by 2,000 times. Now, George, I had Nick Pivetta yesterday for the Padres to have more than 3.5 strikeouts. He had 9.
Yeah, he was great.
But I had Hunter Green for the Reds to have more than 4.5 strikeouts, which was a Taco Tuesday discount.
Didn't work for you.
No, it did not.
Yeah, he got shelled.
But I did have Ohtani, and I stacked Ohtani with a home run and an RBI. And that's a demon play, which increases your odds of winning more money.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, though, I had Aaron Judge on the same play, and the Yankees only scored 1 run. So that did not work out for me.
Yeah.
However,
Yankees left a lot of guys on base yesterday.
I will come back today on Prize Picks, and I will find more plays, and I'm going to say to everybody who's listening and everybody who's watching, send me your Prize Picks. Thank you to everybody who DMs them to me on Instagram, sends them to me on Twitter. Most of you guys have my phone number. Text them to me. That's fine, too. Send me your Prize Picks. Download the Prize Picks app. Use the code CAPPY, K-A-P-P-Y. Make your first $5 lineup. Get $50 in free lineups. And, George, we're coming back to win and win big today on Prize Picks.
All right, Prize Picks. It's good to be right.
And the great Michelle Smallman's going to join us in just a second here, presented by Prize Picks, as she does every week around 7:15. Now, yesterday on their show on Sportsmanlike, we had Evan on yesterday, but Michelle said this about dive bars.
Oh, I love to sit at the bar of a dive bar. You get some chicken tenders, a Corona. You play on the touch tunes, maybe some darts if you're feeling crazy.
Oh, yeah.
I love a dive bar.
You're opening your hearts to darts?
Oh, I like that.
Well, listen, I can attest to this. Michelle and I both worked in Bristol together. She was my producer many, many years ago before she became this incredible talent. I mean, she was always a talent. There's no question about that. But I can attest, you know, the young folks in Bristol back in the day and occasionally some of the hosts, there's only really dive bars in that neck of the woods. So you love a good dive bar.
Well, here's the important thing, and we want to ask Michelle if she picked up on this. The face that Evan Cohen made when she said this, it was like he was
Evan
disgusted.
is also like, he's a prude.
He's so bougie.
No, he's just a prude. It's not bougie. He's a prude. And he also doesn't drink, so that's also part of it, too.
Well, I don't drink either anymore, but I like dive bars still.
Right, you could still enjoy the atmosphere.
Yeah, the
I would agree
accoutrement.
with that, yes.
When you go into a dive bar, let me just ask everybody a question, because I also love a dive bar. When I walk into a dive bar, I have a very standard order. Does everybody here, Chris? I know back in the old days, back when you were drinking, or something
he's
like
a
that.
Tito soda guy. He's a
No,
Tito soda.
but at a dive bar, that's not how I start.
You go Coors Light.
At a dive bar, it's give me an icy cold Coors Light and a shot of tequila.
Oh,
it always starts the exact same way.
It
in a dive
lubricates
bar.
you is what you're saying?
And then he eats 20 chicken tenders.
Right,
because then he's so hungry after
Yes,
the booze.
right.
Yes.
Yes. Well, I probably walk in with the munchies first and foremost.
Yeah.
Okay,
Right.
So, but if I go to a dive bar, it is an icy cold Coors Light to chase the shot of tequila I'm about to do, and that gets things started at a dive bar, and I freaking love him.
Michelle Smallman on the line with us.
Yeah, Smallman can attest. She's been around Cohen for so long now. He's a prude, right? Is that fair to say?
You're both right. He's a prude and he's bougie, which is a wicked bad combo when you're talking about dive bars.
Wicked bad. Okay, very cool. Now, how did this whole dive bar convo get rolling?
I honestly forget what we were talking about and how we arrived at the dive bar conversation. Who knows with us? Honestly, we could have been talking about the Philadelphia Eagles and somehow we arrive at a dive bar. That's just kind of who we are as a group of people. But I think it's important to note that we've been having this debate on the show, who's the bougiest out of the three of us.
Mhm.
Evan claims it's me. I claim it's Canty. The real answer is Evan Cohen.
No
okay?
question.
I am somebody who's from the Midwest. I'm a down-home girl. I live for a dive bar. You guys are talking about your specific orders. I love the beer and a shot approach. That's a very good starting point for a dive bar. But I'm coming in. I need a cold Corona with a lime in the bottle, very specific. You're only getting things that are deep-fried, like a chicken tender, maybe some nachos if you're feeling frisky. And you
Mhm.
have to make sure that you have the credits geared up on the touch tunes.
Mhm.
If your feet
Understood.
stick to the floor a little bit, you know
Yep.
it's a good spot.
Right.
And you always need the game on the TV. I would much rather go to a dive bar than any fancy New York City establishment.
Okay, hold on. Point of information when it comes to that Corona with the lime in the bottle. When you have
Yes.
the lime sticking out of the top of the bottle, right? What's your process thereafter? Because for me, what I do is first it's
You go
squeeze it.
thumb into the bottle?
Right. First it's squeezed, so you get the lime not only on the top of the bottle but in.
Yeah.
Then it's put thumb over the top of the bottle. Turn the bottle upside down so that the lime makes it to the bottom of the beer. Then turn it over and then very slowly remove your thumb so it goes.
Right, but it also doesn't, like, splash you. Yes.
Correct. Michelle, what is your process?
That is the correct approach. You squeeze the lime in very delicately, making sure you get it in the neck of the bottle. You drop the lime in for added flavor. Thumb in the top, flip it over slowly, back even slower so that the foam and the pressure slowly dissipates. Thumb out, then you're good to go.
There you have it.
Smallman, I think after this marathon, I think there's a dive bar in all of our futures together. I mean, it sounds like we are on the same page here when it comes to dive bars.
I would love to have a dive bar experience with you guys, and after the marathon is the time to do it, because right now I'm in the thick of it. We are 1 month out into the New York City Marathon, and I was actually just telling the guys how sick I am of this. I cannot wait for this to be over. I'm so tired. If I have to think about running any miles anymore, I'm going to lose my mind. It's just, it takes up so much of your time, and I know I chose to do this, so this is self-sabotage on myself, but it's like you wake up, I'm worried about hydration, I'm worried about nutrition. I'm running for hours a day, so you have to build out your entire day around these runs while we're in the thick of football season and postseason baseball and college football. It's just, it's too much. It's too much. I was really short-sighted when I agreed to sign up for this. So afterwards, you better believe that we're going to have a whole string of dive bars lined up for me to get my life back and celebrate.
Okay, George, why don't you tell Michelle, though, to give her that great advice that you gave me, which is know the calendar, bro.
Know the calendar, bro. Got to know the calendar.
Right. I mean, if you would have known the calendar, bro.
KTB.
Right. You would know that this is football season and baseball playoffs and basketball is about to tip off, and you're wasting your time doing 20-mile runs on Sundays?
Yeah. Well, listen, you got to do what you got to do. She's got to be prepared. I mean, you could also listen to the game while you're running. There is that. I mean, I don't know if there is technology, so that allows her to do that if she needs to. By the way, I will be in New York doing a Knicks game in mid-November. Now, I understand you guys wake up really early. I think we need to do Evan Cohen, you, me, lunch dive bar. I think that's what we need to do.
That.
Yeah.
Good
I have
day
just
drinking.
A spot.
Oh, New York City's got plenty of those for
day
lunch.
Drinking for a dive bar is very good also. That's a nice new wrinkle, George.
Yeah,
very good.
Exactly. So I think we can figure something like that out and make sure Evan Cohen actually has to come. So, the prude has to actually be in the building with us.
Give him a soda water. Make him feel like he's drinking. It's fine.
Exactly. A little with a little lime, a little tonic or something.
Right.
Yeah.
Everybody thinks that he's drinking
here's
vodka.
The thing.
Yeah.
I love that. We're going to go to the dive bar, though, George. I want you to brace yourself for this. You and I are going to sit down. We're going to soak in the environment. I would not be surprised if Evan Cohen pulls out, like, a wet wipe or something to wipe down the surface of where he's going to sit. I don't expect it to be the same energy that you and I are bringing to the table.
Probably not. Probably not is my guess. But anyway, listen.
He may get run over by a bus on the way.
Yeah. Let's hope that doesn't happen again. But Smallman, for people that don't know, you are a baseball person at heart. You're great at everything, you love talking sports, but you grew up in St. Louis. Baseball matters there in a way that it like in a few places in this country, it matters as much as anything in that particular city. So I would imagine yesterday, you guys are done with the show. Yesterday's like a great day for you because you love baseball. There's baseball on all freaking day. I'm guessing you didn't stay up too late to watch the Dodgers, which I wouldn't blame you. But I would imagine yesterday you have plenty of takeaways from what transpired yesterday. What were your thoughts overall?
Oh, you're right, George. There's nothing better than postseason baseball in my mind. It's my favorite time of year. Unfortunately, my Cardinals not in the mix. First time in a long time I can say I feel terrible about the state of my franchise, but that's besides the point. A lot of takeaways from yesterday, but the one that dominated for us on Sportsnight is obviously Red Sox-Yankees. It's one of the most historic rivalries in all of sports, and they meet in the postseason. And, a lot of times we say, like, win or go home. We say boom or bust teams. It truly feels like the New York Yankees are on the precipice of a big-time bust. If you lose in the wild card round to your hated rivals and the Boston Red Sox, I don't know how Aaron Boone keeps his job. And you obviously had that moment yesterday after Max Fried pitched 6 1/3 innings of shutout ball, and Aaron Boone decides to go to the bullpen. A unit, by the way, that had a 4.37 ERA during the regular season. That's 23rd out of 30 teams. And then we're surprised when they falter a bit. Now, I know at the end of the game, in the 8th, they left a runner in scoring position. And then, of course, in the 9th inning, when you have the bases loaded, no outs, and you fail to capitalize. It's not all on Aaron Boone. But to compare that with what Alex Cora did with Garrett Crochet, who retired 17, he was absolutely dealing. And before the game, Crochet says to Cora, you're going to make one call to the bullpen tonight, one call to Chapman. That's it. I've got us. And he trusted his guy, and he knew the cadence of the situation, the heartbeat of the game. Managers matter. And I know in this era of baseball, so much is on analytics and the front office and the construction of the lineup. And it almost seems like we look at managers as a vessel for the front office to do their bidding. Mm-hmm. But in the postseason, good managing shows up time and time again. We see it, and we saw it yesterday with the decisions from Cora and from Aaron Boone.
Yeah, and it's really interesting because I've heard a lot of Yankee fans complaining after last night about exactly what you're talking about. How could you take out your starter? How could you go to this bullpen that's been so bad? It's a somewhat similar situation to the Dodgers, at least just from a bullpen perspective. The difference is is that the Dodgers have all these guys who hit home runs, and the Yankees theoretically should as well. But the Dodger guys actually showed up yesterday. And so between Ohtani's 2 home runs and Teoscar Hernandez's 2 home runs, and then throw on top of that Tommy Edmonds, who, this guy we found out last year is just, and you probably know because of where he came from, but is so clutch in the postseason. The Dodgers had built such a huge lead that they could afford to bring in that crappy bullpen and have them make the game actually interesting later on. But again, hearing a ton of those complaints about Aaron Boone, Michelle.
Yeah, absolutely. And I want to ask you guys specifically because I did my top 3 baseball storylines heading into the postseason yesterday, and my number 3 was obviously about the Dodgers and them repeating. And you know how strong they are from a talent perspective. We know that the rotation is really sound, clearly. But that bullpen has been such an issue. I think it's, 6 different Dodgers relievers that finished September with an ERA of 5 or higher. And you're right, they built a lead yesterday, so it wasn't something that they really had to contend with. But you guys are based in L.A. You've obviously watched way more Dodgers baseball than I have. How concerned are you about the bullpen?
Oh, my God, it's the number one thing. Yeah, it's not. It's not.
Okay.
Like, it's the reason if they don't repeat, or it'll be strictly because of the bullpen. There's really no other thing.
And to your point, though, about management, this is why we started the show today, and I asked the question to everybody, were you surprised that Dave Roberts went with the exact same game plan he used during the regular season? Because we've all been having a conversation for the last 2 weeks that with such a surplus of starting pitching, go from starter to starter rather than from starter to bullpen. And he did not do anything like that.
Right.
Now, he had a big lead last night.
Yeah, but they're up 10-0. You know what I mean? Like, at that point, you might as well see what those guys got in a low leverage situation. And you might be in a tight one today, so you may need what we like to call the Bergman piggyback plan, which is, give Bergman the credit, Cappy.
Yeah.
He was the one that
him.
said they need to go from starter to starter to tie this thing together.
Mm-hmm.
And they may need that tonight because you don't know. Every game is going to take on a life of its own. So, not every game you would assume will be a blowout like it was yesterday, despite the fact you were a little bit on pins and needles when it was 10-5 and the bases were loaded.
Right. And we're down with BPP. We're down with the
we are
Bergman
down with
piggyback
BPP.
plan.
Yeah,
we're down
you know
with
me.
it.
Yeah. Smallman, thank you so much for hanging out with us. We always appreciate it. Great job with Evan and Canty every morning on Unsportsmanlike leading into us. When I'm in there in November, I will text you guys, and we will force Evan Cohen to go to the dive bar.
That sounds great. Thank you guys, as always, for having me, and I will make sure to let Evan know that he has to come with us. He cannot skirt out of this.
And it's lunch, so he's got no excuse. Right. So there you go. All right. See you, Michelle.
All right. Thanks, guys.
All right.
Bye.
There she is, Michelle Smallman.
She's the best. Michelle Smallman, made possible by our friends at Prize Picks. All right, it's 7:26. Good morning. The Sedano Kap Morning Show. It's the first of the month, Jack.
Is it really?
It is the first of October. Literally.
Do I have to start adding the date to my time check?
I have no idea. I literally have no idea.
First of the month, bro.
What's wrong with you?
There's nothing wrong with me. I just don't pay attention to the date. What's
Really?
today? What day of the week is this?
No
today?
wonder your Calendly
It's
is
Wednesday.
always so
Yeah, that is a
confusing.
problem.
Yeah,
I start
seriously.
my day by looking at the date, so
Today's
you know all
Wednesday?
day long.
I literally thought today was Thursday.
All right. It's a wild card Wednesday, actually, on ESPN LA. Hear MLB playoff baseball all day long on the ESPN LA app. Just hit the ESPN LA radio, the ESPN radio tile, live sports there for play-by-play from ESPN LA radio. And tonight at 6 p.m., we'll do it again. You can hear Dodgers looking to close out the Reds in Game 2 of the NL wild card. The game will be on 7:10 a.m. and the all-new ESPN LA app. And be sure to react tomorrow morning at 6:30 with the Blue Review on the ESPN LA YouTube channel. The MLB postseason on ESPN LA, presented by Pechanga Resort Casino. Play your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show. We'd like to thank our founding partner,
Providence. Providence, caring with compassion in Southern California.
This is the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
You can tell Halloween is near by all the colorful Christmas lights. Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
3 amazing cigars, spectacular spirits, and a feast fit for kings. Also, a live performance by Martini Kings. Smoking good times, October 5th.
Number 2.
We're giving away a Land Rover Defender, October 30th.
And the number 1 reason.
Catch Brett Michaels' only SoCal engagement, November 21st, only at Morongo.
Morongo, good times.
You know I love the outdoors and adventures. Hey, it's Travis calling all adventurers. Page, Arizona is your ultimate outdoor playground. Snap that iconic shot at Horseshoe Bend. Then hike the stunning 11-mile rim trail. Explore one of 13 breathtaking slot canyons, including world-famous Antelope Canyon. Craving water fun? Cruise Lake Powell by kayak, jet ski, or houseboat, or float the Colorado River to Lee's Ferry. Make Page your base camp for day trips to Grand Canyon, Zion, and the Wave. Start planning your trip today at visitpageaz.com.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Progressive presents Employee of the Month. Small Business Edition. Today's recipient from Terry's Tiny Homes, Terry! Sure, as the only employee of her company, Terry was probably the front runner, but saving money getting personalized discounts with a commercial auto quote from Progressive, well, that gave Terry the edge. Over Terry.
Terry, Terry.
Keep awkwardly
Terry,
chanting your own name,
Terry.
Terry. You deserve it. Be your own Terry. See if you could save in as little as 8 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Discounts not available in all states or situations.
The holiday season is here, and businesses are hiring for all kinds of seasonal roles. From haunted corn maze staff to real bearded Santas, skilled, experienced workers are in high demand and hard to find. Whether you're hiring for one of these roles or any other role, the best way to find the perfect match for your role is on ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter's matching technology works fast to find top talent. No wonder it's the #1 rated hiring site based on G2. Try it free at ZipRecruiter.com/sports. That's ZipRecruiter.com/sports.
Hey, this is Rich Eisen. You're starting your day with the Sedano and Kap Morning Show on ESPN LA. Don't forget my show. The Rich Eisen Show is coming up this morning at 9 on 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app. Now, back to the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Oh, yeah, 7:30, good morning.
Here we go.
On this day back in 1995, NSYNC was officially formed. This song from that first album back in 97, yo. Now, I was a young high school boy when this came out. Dancing around my bedroom. Sometimes clothes on, sometimes clothes off.
Boots, no boots.
I had bleached tips, Lucas Shell necklace.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Bleached tips?
Oh, I had bleached tips.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
It's Orange County, man, in the late 90s.
That's hot.
Also, today is National Homemade Cookies Day.
Oh, nice.
Cappy and I eat a lot of cookies at games.
Homemade cookie, man. That's good stuff right there.
A good chocolate chip cookie.
Oh, I like a Snickerdoodle.
Snickerdoodles are good, too.
Snickerdoodle is good, too.
But at the Rams games, those chocolate chip cooks, those are good. They're bomb.
And it's National Pumpkin Spice Day. It's PSL season, Jack.
See, I've got a little. Starbucks makes a protein coffee now.
Yes.
What does that mean?
They have protein milk that they put in your coffee.
Oh, yeah.
Don't say
How long
anything,
did it take
Cap.
you?
Don't, Cappy, do not say anything.
I have so many thoughts.
Do
How
not
long
say
did it
anything.
take you? I'm just curious. This morning, how long did it take you at the Starbucks down by us?
I order ahead, bro.
I ordered at 4:31, and I picked it up at 4:34.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
my
usually
God.
3 minutes. Yeah.
Yesterday, guys, I swear to you guys, at 12 o'clock, 12:15-ish.
It's noon.
I know, no, but it wasn't busy. And it just took, honestly, like 20 minutes. And I was standing there, and I'm like, I got to just stay patient.
But just order, get the app, order ahead.
Yeah,
Can't.
I haven't
He
done
can't.
it. I know,
He's
I haven't
such a
done it.
bad guy.
No, that doesn't make me a
Well,
bad
I don't know if
guy.
that qualifies as a
No,
bad guy.
that's not bad guy. That's not bad guy material right there. But I was a good guy because I'm telling you that they could feel my energy in there. Like, guys, what is taking so freaking long?
Yeah.
And I was this close to going like full Darren, but I didn't want to be that guy. You know what I'm saying?
Now, what does that mean, full Darren?
Well, like if a lady goes full Karen, isn't a guy going full Darren? Isn't that the comp?
I thought it was a Chad.
Oh, a Chad?
That's what I thought.
Oh,
I thought that was
okay.
in 2000 in the election. Oh, there's
Hey,
another poli
See,
sci joke.
hey, did you get that, Bergie? Did you get that, Bergie, at all? Or
Cappy,
I don't get poli-sci jokes.
Now, was part of that also, kind of a precursor to your day for your gutty little Padres then, just the way it all worked out?
They suck. They're terrible.
We're
They're
gonna
so bad.
retire you from the San Diego lifestyle and the San Diego show.
You
Your
are?
next
Chris
co-
says he's going to buy you out on your next deal.
Yeah, the next deal, we're just going to pay you enough to let go of your team there in San Diego so you don't have to worry about them, and they
Okay.
can go find something else to do.
Yeah, Chris has. You know how Chris is one of these people that literally declares
I know.
thermo-global nuclear
By the way,
war.
so is Sedano. That's why we get along so
See,
well.
but the difference is you're very vocal about it.
Oh, yeah, I'm vocal.
Well, that
I move
and he
in
also,
the shadows.
and the other difference, George, is you're sort of selective about it. Chris literally declares
anybody that crosses
thermo
Not
global nuclear war on everybody.
Just for the record,
By the way,
in both cases.
So Cappy's guy Browner on the Cappy Cast made fun of Chris, which you made fun of yourself for falling at Lakers Media Day.
Exactly.
Right.
So everybody thinks that they uncovered something.
No,
I
didn't
announced
uncover
it.
anything.
And the way they got the link to the video
Yeah.
is because Cappy sent them the video.
No, I didn't send them the video.
Of course you
And
did.
by the way, your reaction, Cappy, was
Because
just
it was the exact pull-up that I marked.
in the video
did
that Dead
absolutely
Me
not.
Out, that Dead Me Out uncovered for us.
Yeah.
All Cappy's reaction is wow.
Yeah, exactly. Doesn't defend his
I don't
guy.
care. Because you know why? Because honestly, Chris declares war on people.
No, I actually.
And then he gets
two.
all butthurt when people actually go back at him.
No, I'm not butthurt at all. I just said, here's what we're going to do. We're going to buy you out so you don't have to deal with that show. Because
Hey.
it does get in the way of our day here.
Yep.
At 10 o'clock, instead of doing that show, I'd like you to be available for partners and all that stuff.
Let me tell you something.
That's all.
I would love that. And if you're willing to do that, gosh, I would really appreciate that.
Well, and
It
then
would
maybe
make
we
my
could
day a
start
lot
the
easier.
show, go to 8 to 11 then.
Oh, that'd be even better, George.
I would love 7 to 8 a.m., just Cappy and us.
Yeah.
Then you 8 to 11 with us.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Well, yeah. Okay. There you
Because
go.
with the extra buyout money, I'm going to have to justify it.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to say we're doing an extra hour. That's all.
George,
So,
let me
Cappy,
go back to though
you
yesterday.
can do the Cappy Cast, just your own version of the Cappy Cast
Right.
at 7.
But here's the thing. Let me fill out the pink slip for your guys. It'll give me joy. I'll write it out for them.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. If you can match this number, you can do that. That's how.
Let me
how
know the number.
appreciative I would be.
What's the number?
I want the real number.
The
and then
real
I want
number.
what you
Not
want.
only
Give me two
will I
numbers.
give you.
Don't
not
give
only will
a
I
fake
give-
number because
No,
I
no.
know you. You're gonna do the thing where you're gonna put on a little sticky note. You're gonna put a number, and we're
Yeah.
all gonna look at that number and go to you. There's no chance that's the real number.
Okay. Well,
you
I'll
got
tell
to
you what.
negotiate, right?
No, I'll tell you guys what I'll do. I'll throw you one better. You ready?
Yeah.
I'll give you literally the P&L statements.
Oh, P&Ls.
P&Ls.
Oh,
okay?
Poli-sci and P&L today.
Right. I'll give you guys
Little
directly
econ.
directly from QuickBooks.
Crawford and Voss.
Oh,
Right.
from QuickBooks.
I'll give you
Oh.
every piece of it, and then you guys can go, oh, this is what he's billing
Now,
per month.
is Rachel taking care of those QuickBooks?
Come on, you know I don't know how to use QuickBooks.
Okay, I was
can't
just
even
gonna
download
say.
I can't even get on the Starbucks app.
Okay, right. That's
You
what
know
I'm saying.
what I'm
'Cause
saying?
if it's Rachel, she's a certified public accountant, so
Correct.
we have to trust. We will
Yes.
trust her. Yeah.
Right. She's
Not
got
you.
no credentials.
You would fudge everything up.
Of course I would.
Oh,
Is that
he's
like
a
the
fudger.
Cappy Cast LLC?
He's got several. Here's the thing. Cappy and I have one thing in common. A lot of LLCs. Meanwhile, we'll take a break out. You know who has got a big LLC?
Who dat?
And they've got a beautiful P&L statement? Our Morning Wood friends. The friends with the hard wood. Hernandez Wholesale Flooring. Shit out, tell us about our friends.
Oh, listen, and they love the Dodgers. Obviously, they have season tickets to the Dodgers. They took Cappy and I not too long ago. But yeah, if you need that hardwood or any kind of flooring for that matter, indoor, outdoor, for your home, your rental, your business, even your ADU, call the Crazy Hernandez brothers at 866-62-FLOOR. Hernandez Wholesale Flooring, legitimately family run. You get the authentic old school TLC. Papi started it 57 years ago. Now the Crazy Hernandez brothers, well, Papi's still there, but I mean, the Crazy Hernandez brothers are running the show basically until Papi tells them what to do. That's just kind of how it works. Mom is there, aunts, uncles, nephews, nieces, cousins, brothers, sisters, sons, daughters, everybody, the whole family, okay? And actual wholesale pricing year-round, no bogus sales, no gimmicks, just the best price from the start. And that's why I say it, and I mean it. No sale beats wholesale, homeboy. Whether it is that hardwood, the laminate, the tile, the vinyl, the carpet. You need outdoor turf, they got you there. You name it, they got it. Over 5 million square feet of in-stock inventory. You can see it, touch it, take it home with you on the same day, and that's huge, especially when trying to finish a project fast. It's why designers, contractors, builders all shop here. They know the Crazy Hernandez brothers are always going to take care of you. Check this out. If you're a first responder, active military, or veteran, you can receive additional discounts on top of the already low prices. And if you find a better price, which I doubt, call Hernandez at 866-62-FLOOR. Ask for one of the Crazy Hernandez brothers. Tell them the square footage you got. Tell them what the other place is offering, and they'll match it, no questions asked. So head down to Hernandez Wholesale Flooring, the OG location in Commerce, or in Orange County, in Santa Ana. Call them at 866-62-FLOOR. 866-62-FLOOR. No games, no gimmicks, just the best price in town year-round, because no sale beats wholesale, homeboy. Check them out on the web, HernandezWholesaleFlooring.net. That's HernandezWholesaleFlooring.net. Or call them at 866-62-FLOOR.
7:38, good morning. The Sedano and Cap morning show. We got a jam-packed show today. Robert Clapper, Dr. Clapper from
are you?
Cedar
How are
Sinai will join us around 8 o'clock. Your buddy, Rich Gannon's going to join us around 8:30, Cappy. Then Rams general manager Les Snead is going to join us on the top of the YouTube hour
Oh,
at
wow.
9 o'clock. And we will do picks against the spread because tomorrow, of course, is our Yom Kippur special with fresh new content.
Yeah.
Right. It's kind of
Now,
like
is
the
Trudell
Sedano
joining
and
us
Kap
today? I
podcast.
saw that on the rundown, but I thought he was a Heine Friday guy.
He's a Heine Friday guy, but remember, Friday they got the first preseason game of the season.
Yeah, but it's out in the
desert.
Yeah, in the desert.
I believe he's going to call in the hour where I'm producing on the fly. I haven't
Okay,
said
yeah,
this
I
yet.
want to make sure that, it's a Heine Friday. It's a Trudell tradition now.
He'll call in, hopefully, the hour, because you're only doing 1 hour on Friday, right?
The first hour,
So
yes.
hopefully we can get him in the first hour.
Yeah.
He might have Riggs in the car with him.
Oh, and by the way, I'm taking him up on his offer of the 2 queen beds. I'm booking this flight right now to New Orleans to see the Lakers and the Pelicans on a Friday.
Right.
So then I can go to a Tulane football game with my daughter the next day.
Yeah.
You know, it's a big game, George. They're playing Florida Atlantic. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that's probably the ABC Saturday night game. Is that Chris Fowler and Kirk Herbstreit?
Probably not.
Are they're not taking game day down to Tulane for Tulane FAU that day?
Yeah, I'd guess not.
You know, Pat McAfee's not going to take off his pants and jump in the pool?
I don't
Tulane?
believe so.
No? Okay. All right. Just wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
You know, we've been starting off today, George, talking about the Dodgers. And, you know, what a great win it was last night. I don't think it was a major shock to anybody that the Dodgers at home, bats come alive, take a big lead, have the bullpen, you know, make it at least interesting. No, I don't think anybody's really surprised. And I would be surprised. I don't know how you feel about this, Bergie. I would be surprised if the Dodgers don't knock out the Reds today, make quick work of these guys, and get ready to get on to Philadelphia.
Yeah, I think they will also, especially with Yamamoto on the mound today, and then they will not use any of that bullpen. I truly, truly believe because there's no game until Saturday, they will use Sheehan and Glasnow out of the bullpen, and that's going to be it. Those 3 guys is all you'll see today, I hope.
So I would think that the Dodgers wrap this up today.
Yeah.
And I will also tell you that I expect the Cubs to knock out the Padres today.
Totally.
The Padres.
Who's on the mound for the Cubs?
Hold on, I have it right here. The Padres are, let's see, Dylan Cease against Andrew Kittredge. Do I have that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But Cease has been there.
Cease is. The problem is this. Look, the Dodgers, you can have a guy like Will Smith be injured and still on the roster, but not necessarily available unless maybe like in an emergency situation. You saw him. He was in the dugout yesterday. He's got tape on his hand. So I guess maybe in an absolute emergency, you might be able to use him, but you don't need him. You can absorb the injury of Will Smith. The Padres, I'll tell you something right now, and I know a lot of Dodger fans are taking pleasure in watching the Padres fall apart. The Padres, they have, I would say, incompetent starting pitching. I would say they have a great bullpen. But in the bottom line is, when you leave runners stranded on third base and in runners in scoring position and you can't bring a guy home or you don't take aggressive chances with your base running, that is the way you lose games in the postseason. You have to take some chances, especially when you have guys on third base. So bottom line is the gutty little Padres, as everybody here likes to call them, I suspect they get knocked out today by Chicago.
So what you saw from the Padres yesterday, was that better or worse than having Jose Ramirez on third and nobody out and getting thrown out on a rundown between first or third and home?
That was pretty bad. That was like the biggest blunder ever. By him.
It was pretty rough.
Do you guys like all this daytime baseball?
Oh my God, it's fantastic.
It's great.
You see, it's interesting to me, Lindsay. I was watching yesterday just a little bit of Cleveland, Detroit, and you see that the ballpark is empty. Essentially.
Yeah, 1
know?
o'clock on a Tuesday.
Yeah, it's the middle of the day.
I know. That's what I'm
And
getting
they didn't even know until the day before, like, that the game was going to, they had no idea where it was going to be, what time it was going to be.
Yeah, I feel like today's will be better, but I like it. I think that you own the day. You know what I'm saying? It's Tuesday. There's no football. There's nothing else going on. I think it makes a ton of sense.
I'd go. I mean, and even today, too, like, knowing that now we only have to wait until 1 o'clock or whatever before we can get yesterday out of our heads.
10 here.
Yeah.
See, as a television viewer, it's awesome that it's on all day.
Yeah.
As a stadium goer, Dodger Stadium packed, Wrigley Field
Yankee, obviously.
jam-packed.
Yeah, and Yankee Stadium packed. Yeah.
But when you play that early game, and people do have to go to work and they spring it on you when it is and it's expensive, et cetera, and you look at a ballpark and you go, gosh, man, place is freaking ghost town, dude. That place is empty.
Yeah.
Why do they do this?
I mean, I don't know. It's a television product, and it's great. And by the way, it's crazy because, Sean McDonough, he doesn't call a lot of baseball anymore, but, I mean, he's fantastic calling baseball. I mean, the guy, he was the youngest guy. I don't know if you remember this, Cappy, but he was the youngest guy to ever call until Buck replaced him. Or not replaced him, but surpassed him in this sense. He was the youngest guy to ever call a World Series. He called that Twins-Braves World Series back in the early 90s, the Kirby Puckett home run and whatnot. He was when he was with CBS, I guess, back in those days. So, and he's over the years he's done some Red Sox stuff here and there, but he's so good calling baseball. You almost forget because he doesn't do it very often anymore.
Yeah, I was impressed yesterday because I was watching that Padres-Cubs game, and it was on.
Kevin Brown is fantastic. He's the Orioles guy.
Okay, I didn't know who Kevin Brown was.
He sounds like Joe Buck a little bit.
Because when I think of Kevin Brown, I obviously think of the old pitcher Kevin Brown.
Right, yeah.
You know?
Who played for a lot of different teams. Yeah.
Right.
Stole a lot of money.
From the Dodgers.
Well, he sure did.
He was great for the Padres, though.
Yeah, but was not great for the Dodgers.
And won a World Series with Miami.
And he was with the Marlins. Gosh, I can remember, George, early days, man, working at WQAM. This is the mid-'90s, which is the Miami radio station. Kevin Brown signed with the Marlins. This is how different sports is then versus now. Kevin Brown signed with the Marlins. He drove to the radio station by himself. He walked through the back door. There was nobody there other than me and the guy who was on the air at the time. And he sat in our bullpen, but by himself. He had just signed a multi-million-dollar contract. Today that would never happen, where an individual player just comes over by himself, doesn't have a team of people around him. It was crazy back then. But this guy, Kevin Brown, he made a great point yesterday during this telecast. He goes, these numbers we're going to feed you, they don't mean anything. You can tear them up and throw them out. And then he proceeded to give the most spectacular numbers that made the broadcast so interesting. So I love hearing all these different broadcasters. It's great. Boog Sciambi last night calling the Dodger game when he calls the Cubs games all season long. So that part of it I really do love.
Sunday Night Baseball on ESPN Radio too. Yeah, but yeah, I mean it's fantastic. Like the group they assembled for ESPN for the wild card round, I think is fantastic. Yeah.
7:45. Good morning. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show on a Wednesday. Smile. It's Wednesday, Jack. More fun and frivolity, more sports talk. Hey, man. 2.5 minutes from right now on ESPN LA.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show. We'd like to thank our founding partner,
East Central Hotel, the official downtown home away from home for Cappy and Morales. EastCentralHotel.com.
This is the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Don't strike out if you've been injured in an accident. Hey, it's Travis, and at Normand Legal, Joseph S. Normand and his team are ready to step into the batter's box for you. They'll swing for the fences, go extra innings if they have to, and make sure the insurance companies are out at home. They'll cover all the bases and bring you home safe with the maximum compensation you deserve. Call the winning lineup now at 213-747-1234. That's 213-747-1234, or visit NormandLegal.com. Normand Legal, your recovery is always a grand slam.
Math is pretty simple. Low prices plus big trade value equals huge savings for you at Ocean Subaru of Fullerton. Come in today to trade and upgrade your vehicle or just sell it and get paid. We just crunch the numbers and you win either way. For complete details, visit OceanSubaruOC.com. The math is simple. More for your trade and less for your next ride at Ocean Subaru.
It's all here at Ocean Subaru.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Get ready for Rams-Niners Thursday night football matchup with Rams All Access tonight at 10 p.m. after Dodgers-Reds Game 2. Presented by Pechanga Resort Casino. Rams All Access presented by Pechanga Resort Casino. The voice of the Rams, J.B. Long. Rams Super Bowl champion DeMarco Farr. Get you set with everything you need to know before kickoff right here on ESPN LA and the all-new ESPN LA app. And tonight, Rams All Access after the game, presented by Pechanga Resort Casino. Play your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino, official California gaming and casino partner of the Los Angeles Rams. We are back in 1 minute and 15 seconds.
John Ireland here for Blue Ice Vodka, America's #1 potato vodka. Smooth, creamy, no burn, made from non-GMO potatoes and gluten-free with no added sugar, just 64 calories an ounce. Blue Ice Vodka, because taste matters.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-6759. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-6759. That's 800-575-6759. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Sedano and Kap have taken over Morning Drive on 710 ESPN.
From a tip perspective, I think I'm good there.
This is the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Oh, my God.
I mean, could we be more self-indulgent?
Jeez, oh, man.
Can we be more self-indulgent? No?
I think so.
Here are the guys.
Oh, yeah.
7:49 on this Wednesday, October 1st, Cappy.
Yeah.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show wakes you up, Jack. On this day back in 2020, Dua Lipa released this song, Levitating.
Boy, did we need this song back at this time in September 2020. We needed something to keep us, in the right frame of mind.
Right. Something to levitate.
Today is also World Vegetarian Day.
Oh, is that right?
There you go.
That I did not know. I did not know that. That is wacky.
Julie Andrews turns 90. Is she still alive?
Yes,
I don't know. Is she?
I checked.
She's still alive.
When you say she turns 90, that would intimate she's alive.
Yeah.
I'll settle down.
Well, I mean, you might have said we lost her back in 1975.
Hey, listen.
I am going to buy you out so good.
Now you're not going to buy him out?
No, I am.
Oh, you are? But really, so you can control him, is
Yeah,
what you're
exactly.
saying?
Just control him more.
Yeah.
Well,
get
he's
him
already got
free.
control of your Calendly, Cappy.
That is true.
Get him free of those lightweights in San Diego.
Oh, would you
Jesus.
stop? Would you stop? You
They
picked a
started
fight with
first.
these
They
guys.
started
No,
first.
you picked a fight with them.
No, you did start.
You picked a fight with
kind
them.
of, yeah.
I feel like this feud has been ongoing for quite a while, right?
I know.
Years.
By the way, mongrels, make sure every morning when you check in, we need to know you check in, you like, and you smash the like button on YouTube, okay?
Oh, smash it.
Smash
yeah,
it.
smash it, all right. Smash it, okay?
All right. Don't
Smash
get
it,
angry.
sucker.
Better be careful. This laptop's not mine, actually.
Oh, really?
Well, it's the
Company
company's.
laptop.
Oh,
huh?
you got a company laptop too?
I've had it for years.
Oh, Cappy's really mad now.
I know.
I actually need to get. I need to get a company iPad too.
I'll get it in the new. I'll get it in the new deal, Chris. When you get me the new deal and you buy me.
Can you even get in your email?
Me?
Yeah.
I have found a way. I just don't.
Okay.
You
I
made
don't
us
know
go
the-
through that whole thing to get you into your ESPN email.
And then he doesn't get into it. Yeah.
Well, I used it on occasion, rare occasion, but
When you
I
need,
do
like,
use it.
when you want that ESPN.com email when you
Right,
need something.
exactly.
Yeah.
When I actually need to like be official,
Reply all.
you know, right? Or when I like to reply all to the entire company.
Yeah. Right.
Literally across the street.
Yeah.
Right.
So I was listening on the way in this morning to Evan Cohen and Michelle and Canty on Unsportsmanlike. And Michelle was on with us earlier, obviously. But Evan, before they went to break, was talking about like LeBron, because LeBron was not, I guess he was him, Marcus Smart, and there was somebody else who was unavailable for the first training camp practice. And he has some sort of like nerve thing in his glute.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
I mean, a nerve issue in your glute. That sounds very, very serious.
Yeah. So, and he's like, is LeBron sitting out? Or is he sitting in, actually, is what he called it, like in football. And I'm just like, bro, it's the first day of training camp. He's 40 years old. It doesn't matter. Like I love Evan, and I get it. You got to find content. But, like, it's like, no, it doesn't matter. What was it? LeBron was on with somebody yesterday, Lindsay. Who was he on with yesterday online?
I think I know he was on with Matthew Berry, but I think that might have been 2 days ago.
He was getting a haircut with someone. It was like something about a haircut.
He did like he did some sort of like online collab yesterday. I only briefly like saw like some headline about it.
I love collabs, by the way. I just want to say that for the record. I am a big collab guy.
Oh,
I
yeah.
love to collab.
That. I feel like he's been on with him a couple times.
With who?
Bronny Kai Cenat.
I don't know who that is.
He's a streamer.
Yeah.
He's actually. I see it.
He's like the most famous.
He's like a Twitch guy. Yeah.
He's
like
cutting Kai's hair.
He's the number
for,
one
like,
content
charity, right?
creator
It was
in the
for
world.
it was for charity, I believe, if I recall correctly. Yeah. So and then so people were making fun of the fact that he's out with like this glute injury, but he's like dancing with Kai Cenat. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, dude, he's 40. He can take a day off. It's okay.
Can I just ask a question though?
What are you shaking your head about over there?
Because I knew where he was going to go, and here he goes.
Yeah.
Well, I don't understand. What's this guy's name?
That's where I was gonna. That's why I was shaking my head.
Because I don't know who he is.
I could
Kai
feel it
Snot?
coming.
Senat, Cappy.
You'll have to excuse me. I don't know who he is.
Okay, but you're not supposed to. You're not on Twitch, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, but I mean, Lindsay says he's the number one what?
He's the number one
He has
content
1 million
creator
subscribers on
in
Twitch.
the world.
Yes.
He's like makes the most money of any. He's on like that Forbes content creator influences
More
list.
than Mr.
He's like
Beast?
number one. Yeah, he does now.
Which guy is he in this video? Is he the
Yeah.
guy that LeBron's cutting his hair?
Yes.
Okay.
He's like 22 years old or something crazy like that.
I mean, I don't know who. I just don't know these dudes, man. What can I tell you? Look at LeBron go. Oh, LeBron, activate those glutes, man. Hell yeah. LeBron just in there cutting that hair.
So anyway,
I could do a nice haircut for you like that, George, if you want me to.
I'm good. I actually went to my guy. Oh my God, you actually brought up something interesting. So I was at my guy yesterday, RC's in Paramount, and they have a place across the street, which is like like a Mexican seafood place across the street.
Oh, mariscos.
Mariscos, right? And then they've got
Not Jalisco's Mariscos?
no different one. And then they've got like a takeout place, not a sit down place that they bought behind it. It used to be like a laundromat. And it's Mexican sushi. It's called El Peri. Oh my God. It is unbelievable, Cappy. They brought me some sushi yesterday I had for lunch. And the guys from El Peri in Paramount. And it was like, it was like a little like a fried, like lightly fried sushi thing, but it was topped with scallops. That's like swimming in like spicy mayo. It was unbelievable. So if you're in Paramount and you want to order takeout or pick up or whatever, El Peri sushi is unbelievable. It is honestly some of the best sushi I've had like anywhere. First of all, the Mexican style of sushi is even more interesting because sushi is fantastic as it is. But when you mix in kind of the flavoring of the Mexican style, it's almost like a fusion kind of thing. It was freaking credible.
Spices, the sesame seeds, and all that good stuff on it.
Yeah,
Bro,
yeah.
Dude, it's
Delicious.
Would you say incredible?
Increíble, not increíble. Increíble.
No, don't anglicize it, George.
Remember
you're
Speak Spanish, bro.
The place you mentioned yesterday in Pasadena. What was it?
Yucas.
Yucas.
Yeah.
So Manny, one of our MCs, he made contact with them, so they're going to come in soon, hopefully, and bring
that'd
us
be
some
great.
food and
Yeah.
say good morning to us.
That's awesome. That is
Yeah.
great.
But El Peri Sushi, if you're in Paramount or in that general region, get it. Cappy, I'm telling you, this is what we're going to do. We're going to take you to RC's. You're going to get your hair cut by RC.
Does he color my hair too?
No more
No,
color.
he doesn't color, bro. This is
No
a real
coloring.
barber shop, okay?
I want you going all natural now.
Okay, and then you go in there, and then we'll get some El sushi from El Peri across the street. And you'll have the sushi that I had with the scallops on top. Oh, it's unbelievable.
I want the full
Full
experience
Paramount experience
that you just described.
Gray hair is
And
going
by
to be in
the-
your contract.
I even told I even told Beto, so we'll do you, me, and Beto, and we'll bring the social team, and we'll have a thing. Cappy and Paramount,
Because you know how much Cappy loves Beto. Anyway, 7:56.
I love Beto.
Let's tell us about our friends at Ocean Subaru, please.
Beto, by the way, and I have a new LLC that you would really like. Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
Got to set up
indeed.
that shield, baby.
Yes, we do. Hey, Ocean Subaru of Fullerton, I'd be happy to tell everybody about that. Hey, look, it's pretty simple, really. The math just kind of does it on its own. You get low prices, and then you plus, because you add low prices plus big trade value equals huge savings for you at Ocean Subaru of Fullerton. I want you to come in today to trade and upgrade your vehicle, or how about this? You just want to sell your vehicle? We'll buy it from you, and you walk out and you get paid. So whether you have a trade or you just want to sell, we at Ocean Subaru of Fullerton and my man Omar, we are offering top dollar for your car. We've crunched the numbers, and honestly, you win either way. And with our friendly team, we are ready to help finding you your next Subaru. It's easier than ever, I promise you. No gimmicks, no hidden fees, just reliable Subaru vehicles at an honest price. And for complete details, come visit us at oceansubaruoc.com. That's oceansubaruoc.com. Or come to Ocean Subaru on Euclid in Fullerton today and check out our huge selection of brand new and certified pre-owned Subarus. Again, the math is very simple. More for your trade and less for your next car at Ocean Subaru of Fullerton.
7:58. Good morning. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show. We will take a time out from the morning roll call today, thanks to our friends at Morongo Resort Casino. Morongo Resort Casino. Good times, less than 90 minutes from wherever you are, because we're going to have Dr. Robert Clapper straight up at 8 o'clock. It's Wednesday, October 1st. Good morning. First of the month, Jack. and you're starting it with the Sedano and Kap Morning Show on ESPN LA.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show. We'd like to thank our founding partner,
LAX, Los Angeles International Airport, where change is in the air. Learn more at lawa.org/ESPN.
This is the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Hey guys, Cappy here. When disaster strikes, you need an ally who truly understands your needs. Avner Gatt is here to help you navigate the complexities of insurance claims. Are you feeling abandoned because your home is unlivable and your insurance company isn't cooperating? Or perhaps you're being pressured to use a contractor with poor reviews. You've been loyal to your insurance company for over 20 years, yet now they treat you like an outsider. Avner Gatt knows how to turn the tables. We protect homeowners from the games and fine print that insurance companies are known for, and we cover all of Southern California, ensuring your voice is heard and your home is restored. Visit AvnerGatt.com or call 818-917-5256. Avner and his family personally take your calls with 5-star ratings from Yelp, Google, and the Better Business Bureau. Don't let your insurance company dictate your future. Avner Gatt is here to help. Visit AvnerGatt.com or call 818-917-5256. Avner Gatt, your claim, our game.
Hey, it's Mason. The NFL is back at Cosm. Watch NFL games in shared reality at Cosm and feel the energy of game day in the Dome and in the Hall. This season, before every Rams home game, you can hang out with ESPN LA's Travis Rogers and Sua Cravens for the Rams pregame show live from the Hall at Cosm. And if you got a ticket to the game, you get in there for free. Don't miss Cosm's signature menu. Go check it out, Cosm.com. That's COSM.com, Cosm.com.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Okay, I have to tell you, I was just looking on eBay where I go for all kinds of things I love, and there it was.
That hologram trading card. One of the rarest, the last one I needed for my set. Shiny like the
designer handbag of my dreams. One of a kind. eBay had it, and now everyone's asking, ooh, where'd you get your
windshield wipers? eBay has all the parts that fit my car. No more annoying, just beautiful.
Millions of finds, each with a story. eBay. Things people love.
Your fantasy roster is set. The Smack Talk is heating up, and this season, ESPN Bet is giving you more ways to ride with your squad. Introducing the ESPN Bet Fan Center, where you can instantly link and bet on your fantasy teams right in the ESPN Bet app. An enhanced sports betting experience only from ESPN Bet, the sports book for sports fans. Make the connection today with ESPN Bet Fan Center and the ESPN Fantasy app. ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Download the app today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details.
This is the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
8:01, good morning. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show, 710 ESPN, KSPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station. Tomorrow, October 2nd, of course, we'll be in the middle of our Yom Kippur special. But we'll tell you that tomorrow, Sting, the singer, not the wrestler.
Oh.
This guy, Sting, turns 74 years old.
You think he's still into the tantric?
Oh, he's got to be. He said he could go for like 9 hours.
Yeah.
Do you guys think Sting is old?
Yeah,
What?
he is old.
He is old. He's 74.
You guys think that he can still perform like where you would go there and you'd be like, damn, how does Sting still do it at 74?
I saw Sting
No.
10 years ago, and he was amazing.
He can't anymore because of health issues, I thought.
Oh, I don't know.
Right, but I mean, yeah, I think a lot of that is obviously due to health. I mean, I saw Elton John when he was 73, and he was fantastic.
I guess I'm just asking if Sting and Elton John walk around and hand out Werther's Originals also.
Yeah, not a great
Well,
joke.
but,
Not a great
yeah,
joke. No.
Yeah, I don't
go
know.
around
I
really
mean,
far to
listen,
get there.
Sting is
It was it was like driving to Paramount for you to get there.
Sting is an icon, Cappy. No offense to your boy Pete Carroll. I mean,
Pete Carroll's
was
not
great.
an icon?
No.
He's an
He's
icon in L.A. for USC, but he's a horrible head football coach for the Raiders.
No,
or the
so
Raiders
far.
are just a bad organization. Either way.
Well, wait. Rich Gannon's coming up later this hour. We'll talk it out with Rich Gannon.
I think Rich Gannon has a lot to say about the Raiders organization, too.
We'll find
All
out.
right, let's talk to Dr. Clapper here. How are
Of
you,
course,
Dr. Clapper?
You can hear the Weekend Warrior Show presented by Cedar Sinai Saturday mornings at 7 a.m. Dr. Robert Clapper joins us now.
Good morning. How are you?
How are you, Doctor?
I'm about to do 6 surgeries, So we changed the date, the time, but I'm here for you, and the patients will just have to wait.
Oh, yeah? What kind of surgeries? I want to hear what are 6 surgeries going to be today?
Well, he's got hip
loss.
loss.
First one is a hip replacement, and then I have 5 knee replacements.
Wow. Oh, wow. How you feeling? You feeling good today?
I'm getting energy from you guys, so
Yeah?
it's really wonderful.
Good night of sleep for you, Doc?
Good night's sleep, yeah.
Okay.
Excellent.
I always
My
ask.
wife made a lovely dinner, and
yeah?
it was all I needed.
All right. Well, I always ask the doctor, before they do anything, like, hey, what'd you do last night? I want to know what your story was. I'll ask, hey, did you have a cocktail last night? Don't do surgery on me today. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Good thing I don't drink.
Yeah. Doc, we got a lot of injuries we want to ask you about, so I'll jump in. I'll start. We've talked high ankle sprains many times, but I saw Joe Alt, the tackle from the Chargers, go out of that game last week against the Giants, and he had to be carted off. And when you're 6'8", 330 pounds, and you've got a high ankle sprain, I wonder what you think is realistic for this young man in terms of A, coming back, and B, how effective he can be, or will he be dealing with this now for the rest of the year?
It's a bad injury, and we talk about it a lot. My favorite clapper vision is the Hawaiian outrigger canoe, where you have that outrigger. Well, the tibia is the canoe where all the guys are sitting, and ladies, and the pontoon that's off to the side, the outrigger, is your fibula. And that bond between the outrigger and the canoe is called the syndesmosis. And when you rip the high ankle sprain, you literally tear the canoe and the outrigger apart. And guess what happens to the guys in the canoe?
What?
The wave comes and they tip over. It makes the canoe unstable, and it makes every step you make with your foot and ankle feel like the canoe and the outrigger are separating as the fibula and the tibia separate. I don't see him coming back so fast.
Oh, wow. Okay. Interesting. So how long would that take, though? If let's just say they shut him down and they said, hey, we want you back at 100%, how long do you suppose? Obviously, you haven't diagnosed it, you haven't seen him, you haven't treated him, haven't looked at MRIs, whatever. But what is your guess?
3 to 4 weeks is a good return after a high ankle sprain, but it could be double that.
Oh, wow. Wow. That's 2 top flight starting tackles for the Chargers that are now out. So, all right.
Well, the Germans have a great word for it, Cappy. It's called Schadenfreude. As Rams fans, we hope for the worst for the Chargers.
I love to hear you say that. Schadenfreude is what I was going to bring up, but I just wanted to leave that one for you.
Yeah. Dr. Clapper, I know we talked about Will Smith a couple days ago with you, but the Dodgers have put him on the postseason roster, so that's certainly a good sign with that hand injury he's dealing with. For those that maybe didn't get a chance to hear you talk about him a couple days ago with us, what do you expect from Will Smith potentially?
The hand is a wonderful place to get a fracture because the blood supply is so rich. So when you're talking about a broken ankle or a broken kneecap or a broken arm, any other area in the body, you're looking at 6 weeks for the blood supply to bring enough healing and then what we call callus, extra bone to the area. It's about 6 weeks. But when you're talking about a hand, it's not 6 weeks, it's less. It's about 4 weeks. And the beauty of fractures and the miracle of our bodies, George, is that when they heal, there's more calcium and mineral in the healing than there was before. So once that bone is healed, it's actually stronger than it was before the fracture. The only thing that's going to keep him out is pain. If he can grip the bat and he can throw a ball, he's good to go. You do not have to worry about further injury.
All right. Hey, Doc, Rams-Niners tomorrow night. Of course, I've lodged my complaint publicly that it's Yom Kippur. And I would appreciate it if they would, choose like Jacksonville as a place to have a Thursday night football game rather than L.A. But, Doc, I got to ask you, Brock Purdy is dealing with a turf toe. So he came back last week. He didn't look great, frankly. But why is it like a Joe Burrow on one hand is out for essentially the year and has to have surgery on a turf toe, and yet a Brock Purdy can essentially hustle back for a turf toe? Obviously, there's got to be a difference in severity, but what do you think about Brock Purdy, turf toe, hustling back, et cetera?
So So let's do a clap revision, Cappy, and let's do a hot dog, which I love and you love.
And Chris loves too. Chris, we're going to share this clapper vision together.
All right. I love putting mustard. You can't put ketchup. It's illegal in New York to put ketchup on a hot dog. I put mustard. And when you get it from those street guys, you get those red onions and you get sauerkraut. But the problem with the sauerkraut and the red onions, and my mouth is watering already, is that if it's too wet, what happens? You go to pick up the hot dog, and the hot dog, because of the moisture and the wetness of the sauerkraut and the red onion, it moistens the bun, and the bottom of the bun, the hot dog pops out of the bottom of it, right? We've all been there. Joe Burrow had the hot dog drop out of the bottom of the bun. The bone of your foot, the first metatarsal, is surrounded by muscles and ligaments like the bun of the hot dog and even the top where the mustard and the... You can't see that there's a hot dog when you really have it completely treated this way. Same thing with your foot. The bone is the hot dog, the surrounding structures. But when it gets too wet, the hot dog goes out the bottom, right? It fails. That's Joe Burrow. So he needs surgery to repair the hot dog, basically, as you push the hot dog back up into the bun and you repair the bottom of the bun. But when you're talking about Brock Purdy, he has a little bit of moisture, but his hot dog, the bone, did not pop out the bottom. So it's weakened, it's moist, it's painful, but you just put him in a stiff shoe, and it should go on to heal, but it is painful, and trust me, being on turf, artificial turf, makes it hurt even more. He ain't going to be playing tomorrow, and I don't see him back for at least another game or two.
Doc, let me ask you this. In regards to – and look, he's played fantastic despite this. And you know, according to the injury report for the Rams, Davante Adams is on the up and up off a hamstring injury. But as a wide receiver, I mean, does that something we should be worried about throughout the rest of the season? How do you feel about a hamstring injury for a wide receiver as talented as Davante Adams?
It's a great question, George, because I will tell you, the most debilitating injury that I see in players, it's not a sprained ankle. They eventually go on to heal and they can play. But hamstrings are the worst because you feel like they're healed, you go back, and also the age of the athlete makes a huge difference. When a rookie gets a hamstring injury, they're like a fresh bungee cord out of the package. It goes on, it's very flexible. But when you're an older player and you tear your hamstring and you don't come back 100%, you're either going to re-tear it or tear something else. So you're exactly right. We need Davante Adams. Puka Nacua can't do it all himself, but this is something you got to really – we're not good at treating it. There's no way to really operate on it. It's got to heal, but – you know, he wants to come back. If he's not 100%, we need to be very worried about Davante Adams.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what, he performed last week, that's for sure. I mean, Davante Adams, you know, he may be dealing with whatever that hamstring thing is, but, man, he played well last week. Hey, Doc, I do want to ask you about Tyreek Hill because when I hear dislocated knee, torn ligaments, multiple surgeries, I think to myself, can a guy really come back from this? Because his game is speed. So what do you think? Does a kid like Tyreek Hill have multiple surgeries, fix the knee, and is he able to come back and be what he was after this kind of an injury?
I don't think he'll be back what he was, but the reason you have to have emergency surgery is the ligaments we're really good at fixing. We're very good at putting the 2x4s in the house, but the reality is the plumbing and the electronics. He had to have emergency surgery because that dislocated knee really puts him at risk for damage to his artery and his nerve. And thank God they were okay because you can get what's known as a compartment syndrome, which literally causes the muscles to die because of the damage to the artery. Thank God he didn't have that. You know, my best clap revision for Tyreek Hill is, remember Bruce Lee using those nunchucks? If you go on YouTube, you can watch him play ping pong with nunchucks. The guy was amazing. So the femur is one of the nunchuck. The tibia is the other one, and that chain in between that allows Bruce Lee to whip them around, that's the middle of the inside of your knee where all the ligaments are. He essentially ripped that chain, so you got two separate bars. Surgery is to basically put the chain back together again, and I would not be surprised, Cappy, if we don't see Tyreek Hill next season.
By the way, Parker and Anthony in the back are crushing everything that Dr. Clapper is saying. They immediately put up the video of Bruce Lee playing ping pong with nunchucks.
Excellent
Unbelievable.
job, gentlemen. Excellent job. An excellent reference by you, Dr. Clapper. Excellent appearance as always.
Yes,
we
very
love
good.
you, Doc. Thank you so much for hanging out, and thanks for making the schedule fit.
Oh, no problem. It's always a pleasure to be with you guys. All of L.A. loves you.
The Weekend
we love
Warrior
you,
Show.
we love you too, Doc. See ya.
Love you, Doc. The Weekend Warrior Show presented by Cedar Sinai, Saturday mornings at 7 a.m. right here on ESPN LA. Clapper's he's so great. I love him so much. He's just the best.
If it's too wet, what happens?
Exactly right. George, tell us about our friends at LAX.
Oh, LAX, changes arriving daily, man. LAX, the People Mover trains, they begin rolling next year as part of LAX's ongoing investment to transform and improve your travel journey. The expectation is in the first half of 2026. The People Mover trains will quickly move guests between their terminals and our new consolidated rental car center, metro trains and buses. So you don't even need a car to get to LAX in that situation. But if you do want to drive to LAX, they have the economy parking, which is one stop at the People Mover train, and the Kiss and Fly lot, Cappy's favorite. There it is, a little kiss and fly for you. The trains will make it simple and fast to get to your LAX destination in 10 minutes or less. 10 minutes or less around the whole thing. I mean, think about that. It takes much longer in the bowl right now with all those cars in there. And trains depart every 2 minutes, beginning again in early 2026. For more information, to learn more, go to this website, lawa.org/ESPN. That's lawa.org/ESPN.
You think we could do picks in like 5 minutes, 6 minutes? You mentioned it. Now I'm looking at it. We could squeeze it in.
I mean, I'd like to at least look at the games before we did it.
Then you don't want to squeeze it in.
Yeah, I'd
All right,
rather.
that's fine.
Yeah, just curious.
Squeeze it in like that hot dog that Dr. Clapper was talking about.
If it's too wet,
Right.
what happens?
It falls out of the bottom of the bun, man.
I was losing. I was like Beavis and Butthead in the corner. I was shaking. 8:15. Good morning.
Quack, quack.
Good morning to you, sir.
All right, so let's talk about this. Let's talk a little football, though, Captain.
Football.
Because the Rams and the Niners are playing on Thursday, so tomorrow.
That's right.
And, look, Devontae is not currently on the injury list like he was last week, but it is that I asked only because of that. Like, I just feel like as a wide receiver, like a hamstring is a big deal. But this is an opportunity. We talked about it yesterday with Big Wit. Huge opportunity for the Rams. They haven't played a division game yet. The Niners are 2-0 in the division. So you need to win this because you want to beat the Niners, obviously, in division. But you also don't want them to be 3-0 in the division to start.
I'm going to say this, and I know that it's probably not – I don't think everybody's going to agree with it, but I'm just going to say it. The Rams are going to win this game, and frankly, the Rams are going to win this game convincingly. I don't want to use the word easily. I'm just going to say convincingly. The Rams are they really a 6.5-point favorite? That is, it's almost hard to believe that in a division rivalry of this magnitude that either team could be that big of a favorite. But, George, the reality is that San Francisco has so many injuries that they're dealing with that this is not the 49ers we would have expected in week one. This is the beaten-up San Francisco 49ers. So I actually, everything you're saying I agree with, which is you got to win this game. You're at home. They do have a good lead in the division just based on their early schedule and the games that they've already won, and the fact that the Rams have not yet played a division game. You got to win. You got to defend home field. And by the way, if you'd like to dissuade Niner fans from coming to SoFi Stadium, winning in SoFi Stadium might, I'm not saying will, I'm saying might actually help, because Niner fans will be like, let's not go down there. They always win down there. But you got to win this game. I think the Rams will win this game. And I think the Rams will win this game by 2 scores. Like, I think it will be convincing. You think
they're going to boat race them, is what you're saying?
Motorboat is really what I'm saying. I don't know what this whole boat race thing is that you speak of.
Okay.
I don't really understand that.
Yeah.
But motorboating is more of the phrase I was thinking.
Okay, all right, fair enough.
I mean, he's got listen. Brock Purdy's not himself, and even if he is himself,
so you don't think Brock Purdy will make noise like you feel like he has made in the past?
Nah.
Time to bring that back, huh, Cappy?
Yeah, I like, but know this, that's playoff noise. There is a difference between playoff noise and regular season noise, right? Regular season injured noise, different than making noise in the postseason.
Okay, that's playoff noise,
right? But
what
there's
would
another
regular
one.
season noise sound like coming off an injury?
Linz, you got the other one. The other one is really the regular season injury noise.
Well, the other one I have is
precisely.
Yeah.
Exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Not to be confused with.
Different type of noise.
Right.
No, different noise.
Right.
But think about this.
That one would be if Brock Purdy and the Niners were going to boat race the Rams, that last one. It would be the opposite. Right, like they're in control. They got it. You know.
But George, you know what's so amazing about these Thursday night games is that, can you imagine, and maybe you can because maybe you can compare this to the NBA, but nobody will practice. Imagine that. You played a game on Sunday.
Yeah. You
now have to play a game on Thursday. There is no time to practice.
Right, you just got to keep guys healthy and just, whatever. Like, you can't practice them either because if they're a little dinged up, you would hold them out anyway.
Maybe Les Snead can give us more insight into this.
And he's going to join us at the top of the YouTube hour. So if you're a Rams fan, right at 9 o'clock, Les Snead will join us.
Big fan of mine. He's my BFF. After the summer at training camp.
Yeah.
Especially when you made that 14-3 prediction.
Oh, he loved it.
But maybe Les can add a little bit more insight because Sunday they play.
Yeah.
How do you get to Thursday? Because there's a walkthrough practice where everybody's in sweats and everybody is just literally walking. Then there's a jog-through practice, which is probably, if I had to take a guess, they would consider it half speed. And then you've got to play on Thursday. There is no time to practice.
Yeah. Meanwhile, it's the opposite of your USC. You got a lot of time to sit there and practice after what transpired against Illinois. You get a week. You're down on USC. I actually think there's an opportunity for them here against Michigan in whatever it is, 10 days or whatever.
You think there's
an
opportunity against Notre Dame and Oregon?
No, I think they're going to. I have those games as scheduled losses, but I don't think Michigan is as good as they've been in the past.
I agree.
Will you agree if they lose to Michigan?
See, Lindsay knows. Lindsay watches them very closely.
Well, now that they're not cheaters, they don't look so good. Just saying.
Well, but you also are very familiar with them because you're an Ohio State fan. Like, I just think that they've got a young quarterback, Michigan. Okay, that making he's going to be making his fourth or fifth start of his career.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have their coach has been in and out because of the suspension.
And he cries a lot.
Well, I thank the Lord. Well, I thank Coach Harbaugh. Love you, man.
So I think, look, and Biff Poggi, who's been the interim, he's been a head coach before, so like he has kept the trains running on time. But I'm just a believer that this Michigan team is good, not great. And I think USC is also kind of in that similar category. So I think this is an opportunity for them to fix their issues, or at least try their best, and have 2 weeks to prepare for a good but not great Michigan team.
Can we agree if they lose to Michigan that night
Then
at the
that
Coliseum?
to me is very telling about where they are. Yes, I would agree. But what I'm saying is I'm not writing them off yet. I'm not saying they're going to win. I'm just saying is they can win this game because Michigan is not a great team. But if they do lose, that to me is more indicative of where USC is right now than anything else.
I'll be standing next to that game with Rich Eisen, and I have a feeling Rich
he's a Michigan man,
He's going to be like, boo-hoo, Morales, and I'm going to be crying.
You know
a
what?
tear's going to roll down my cheek.
You know what he's going to say if they beat Biff Poggi is going to say if they do beat him?
What?
What are you going to do tonight to celebrate?
I'm going to eat some Haagen-Dazs coffee ice cream with my wife and smoke a Cuban cigar and then probably go to the hospital.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. You got to eat that
I
hog.
love Biff Poggi.
Chris,
he's awesome.
you have the right hospital for him to go to.
Yeah.
Go to a Providence
Cappy,
hospital.
Do you know Biff Poggi's background?
I actually don't, because you said he was a head coach at another point in his career, and I actually don't know Biff Poggi's background.
Biff Poggi most recently was the head coach at Charlotte, but prior to that, he was at Michigan. Previous to that, he was under Harbaugh. He was like an associate head coach, and he was an analyst. Now he's actually very close friends with Nick Saban, and because Biff Poggi was an incredibly successful high school coach. So Nick Saban and him created a bond because of how successful he was as a high school coach. And there were players, obviously, that went that he got to Alabama, et cetera. But he's made he doesn't even need to coach. Like, coaching is like, he just loves football, and he's a really smart football guy.
Yeah.
And by the way, he played at Pitt, if I recall correctly. He's a Pitt man like you.
I think I may have heard that. Like, I've never heard his name before until now.
He's an incredibly successful hedge fund manager.
Is that right?
That's where he's made a ton of money. And
Really?
he told the joke. So he was on game day a couple weeks ago.
Right, I remember that.
With Saban, and he told the joke about, like, Nick has all these Mercedes dealers.
Oh, yeah.
Mercedes, right.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, Nick was going to give me this Mercedes and never came, so I ended up buying a Rolls Royce instead or something like that. But, yeah, like, I feel like you would love his background.
Oh, I got familiarized with him just a couple weeks ago when you were talking about when he was on game day, and then I think they played Nebraska.
I did one of their games last year. They played North Carolina, so I got a chance to meet him. He's an incredibly interesting fellow. But he's the associate head coach because Sharon Moore will be back for this game.
USC Michigan next Saturday. It'll be here on ESPN LA. We'll be at the Coliseum 8:24 in the morning. Good morning, the Sedano Kap Morning Show on a Wednesday. Coming up next, we'll do a quick radio Tinder, and then Rich Ganon, Raider fans will join us right here, the Sedano and Kap Morning Show on a Wednesday.
This is the ZipRecruiter Rams Report.
Here's Travis Rogers.
The Los Angeles Rams are 3-1 through the first 4 weeks of the season, with the San Francisco 49ers coming to town on Thursday night. And while all of the attention seems to be directed at the Rams offense, in particular Puka Nacua, who leads all NFL receivers with 503 yards, do not sleep on that Rams defense. Byron Young, also an NFL leader, with 5 sacks through the first 4 games. And don't look now, but Jared Verse, coming off the Defensive Rookie of the Year a year ago, he already has 2 sacks as well. Rams ranking number 10 in total defense through the first 4 weeks of the season. They're going to need all of it, both offense and defense, and Matthew Stafford to be the best version of himself when they take on the 49ers at SoFi Stadium on Thursday night. With Wednesday's Rams Report, I'm Travis Rogers.
This is the ZipRecruiter Rams Report.
Powered by ZipRecruiter. Looking for your next great hire? Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/LA.
You know that old saying, you can have it fast or you can have it good? When it comes to hiring, ZipRecruiter has put that saying to bed. Because with ZipRecruiter, when you need to hire someone fast, you get them fast and you get the best person for your job. ZipRecruiter's powerful matching technology immediately starts showing your job to the right candidates. Get in the end zone with ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/LA. That's ZipRecruiter.com/LA.
Oh. Coverage of the 2025 Major League Baseball playoffs on ESPN LA is driven by your Southern California Hyundai dealers. There's never been a better time to test drive that Hyundai you've always wanted. Visit your SoCal Hyundai dealer today.
I'm home. Hey, Mom, before you ask, I've done my homework and the dishwasher's unloaded.
Nice. Hey, can you... Hey, hon, yes, I've got the finale ready to play. Here's your wine.
Wow. Isn't it nice not having to ask? We think so. That's why if there's a network interruption, AT&T will proactively credit you for a full day of service, guaranteed. Credit for fiber downtime lasting 20 minutes or more, or for wireless downtime lasting 60 minutes or more caused by a single incident impacting 10 or more towers. Restrictions and exclusions apply. See att.com/guarantee for details.
Now that I'm a dad, I can't stop thinking about what would happen to my kids if something happened to me. Like losing the house or not affording college.
Yeah, that used to keep me up at night too. It's why I finally got life insurance from Ethos. It's 100% online. No medical exams, just a few health questions. I got $2 million in coverage for around $2 a day.
I never realized it was that simple. Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game.
Rates may vary. Bill monthly. Sample rate 10-year term life policy for a 35-year-old healthy non-smoking male.
You're hanging out with the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Straight up, homeboy.
George Sedano.
I gotta pop it up higher.
Right.
Scott Kaplan.
Like for me, I'm a morning scraper.
More Sedano and Kap right now.
8:27, good morning. Radio Tinder time. We like to play a TV theme on this day. Back in 1959, the anthology series The Twilight Zone premiered on CBS. Of course, Rod Serling's amazing imagination, creativity, and brilliance in this show. It is Radio Tinder. You can follow her at Lindsay Baseball on Twitter or Instagram. Brought to you by our friends with the Hardwood, Hernandez Wholesale Flooring. If you're in the market for new flooring, shop at Hernandez Wholesale Flooring, where every day is a deal, no gimmicks. Call 866-62-FLOOR, F-L-O-O-R, or go to HernandezWholesaleFlooring.net. No sale beats wholesale. Homeboy, Rich Ganon will join us in a moment. But first, Lindsay, take it away, Vanessa, Lindsay.
Thanks, Christopher. All right, super quick Radio Tinder here. I saw this story about scientists at the University of Minnesota. Hold on, let me play this real quick. They've created 3D printed simulated skin that bleeds and stretches just like human tissue. So right now, I guess that for skin grafts, they use either your skin or other people's skins or even sometimes cadaver skin. So I was going to ask, if they put this up for like a test, would you guys be down to use 3D printed skin if you needed a skin replacement?
I think I'm down. I'm down for 3D skin replacement. I'm down.
Sure, why not? If I need it, whatever, get it done. Yeah,
Probably better than like cadaver skin, like a dead person, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. Like, listen, I wonder if they can match your tone. You know what I mean? Like, can they actually, can they match it to me so that people can't even see it? Because I honestly, like, one of my biggest fears riding a road bike for so many years was falling off the bike and having, like, major rashes or, like, major, I don't know, just cuts and things like that.
Not like falling off and dying, like breaking your skull?
Well, that also, but thankfully I was wearing a helmet at all times. But, I mean, just major road rash, you know what I mean? And I'd be down to give it a shot, the 3D skin replacement. Sure, why not?
Things they can do nowadays with 3D printers, it's crazy.
Yeah, I don't even know what, like, I mean, I know that they exist and I know people talk about them. I've never really seen one or know what they do.
Just like the Starbucks food.
3D printed food. The Starbucks app. You guys got some 3D turkey, bacon, egg white?
Yeah, I use it often. Radio Tinder made possible by Hernandez Wholesale Flooring this morning. 866-62-FLOOR or go to HernandezWholesaleFlooring.net. No sale beats wholesale. Rich Ganon, we are efforting right now. He'll join us in just a moment here on the Sedano Kap Morning Show. And then, 9 o'clock, Rams general manager, Les Snead, my BFF. I interviewed him at training camp with DeMarco Farr. That's before DeMarco kind of went nuts. Like, don't play that, bro. Don't play it. The fact that DeMarco's embraced that as a bit now, like, now DeAndre will play a little bit of it. You'll hear the drum of Fly Eagles Fly, and, like, DeMarco laughs about it. It's good that we turned it into a good bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I just think the time away, like, that game was 2 weeks ago, so now DeMarco's probably over it, But, man, he really took it hard that first day.
He was not happy. He was not happy, man.
He was not at all.
Exactly right. All right, right now, he is coming on.
Okay.
In seconds, he's being put on hold. Your friend from Westwood One. And of course,
really?
Sirius
From CBS.
And
CBS. Yeah.
The great Rich Ganon joins us now on the Sedano and Kap Morning Show, guys.
All right, Rich, man. Thanks for making time for us this morning. Appreciate you, man. How you doing?
I'm doing great, guys. How are you?
I think, George, can I speak for you and say that we're both doing great?
Yeah, I think we are doing excellent, especially now that we have a former MVP on the line.
Right. Hey, Rich, we talk a lot of Raiders football around here, and I'm curious, at 1-3, are you, like, really disappointed given that it's a new coach and a new quarterback and a new running back and a whole new system, or is this maybe what you thought the growing pains would look and feel like?
I don't know how you can't be disappointed. I mean, a 1-3 start, you've got a new head coach, new coordinators, really a revamped roster, a new quarterback, a first-round draft pick, and, a team that was dead last in rushing a season ago. And so much of the emphasis, guys, this offseason was trying to improve the rushing attack. And the problem is that they went out and got the back, but they didn't address the offensive line. And I just think that right now, when you look at the struggles, there's no question it was better in week 4 against the Chicago Bears. They got Genty going a little bit. Of course, he had the 64-yard run. But, they finally got the running game, looking respectable. But, you look at the first 3 games, it was a real struggle. The offensive line, you got Colton Miller, who's now going to be out at least a month, your best player. And then you've got 4 guys at the left guard, center, right guard, and right tackle that don't have a lot of experience, and they're struggling right now. And they're just not moving people off the ball. They're not getting up to the second level. They're just – and that's a problem. I looked at the stat prior to last week's game that Ashton Genty – we always talk about yards before contact. So I think last year, like if you compare it to Saquon Barkley, at one point last year, I think Saquon Barkley was averaging like 3.1 yards per rush before he was hit. Like, in other words, he got, and Aston Genty was like a minus like 1.5 or something, on a majority of his runs. So, that's a problem. And we're just talking about not even getting back to the line of scrimmage. So it's got to get better. But I think when you look at what's going on with Geno, I think what happens is so much of what happens at the quarterback position is impacted by what's going on around him. They can't run the ball. The offensive line has been great. He's been sacked and hit too much. And I always say if you got a good quarterback and you hit him and you knock him around, he becomes an average quarterback. And I think decision-making is worrisome when I see Geno throwing to the other team. He's already thrown 7 picks this year. He's thrown more interceptions than touchdowns. So we've got a lot of work to do offensively, but I think we'd be remiss if we didn't talk about the defense as well, because I think the defense at some points has underperformed as well. So 1-3, guys, not where I thought this team would be at the quarter mark.
Rich, let's dive in a little further on the Geno aspect of this. You mentioned the offensive line, and obviously everybody is in agreement with you there, but how much of that factors into some of the stuff we're seeing from Geno, and how much of it is just simply on him?
Well, I think if you're coaching the position, if you're coaching the quarterback, and I'm in that quarterback room, we start and we finish there. Like we're not going to say, well, the offensive line's not good, we're not running it, and so your interceptions are understandable. He's got to play better. I think he knows that. I mean, you can't go out and throw 3 picks 2 weeks ago against the Chargers, and then 3 picks this past weekend. He's just not going to win games that way. So I think it's the decision making that has me concerned. He's been fooled by some coverages. The footwork gets sped up a little bit when the protection isn't great. So I think if I'm Chip Kelly, we got to start there. We got to get the quarterback settled in. We've got to clean some things up. Maybe it's less volume so that he can go out and play fast. But we've got to be able to run the football, guys. And I think that's the key to it. I think if the running game gets going, the play action game can be very effective. I think he's a guy that's been very effective in years past when you study him off of play action. But right now, I just think it's piling up on him, right? They're getting behind in games. They're getting behind in down in distance. He's trying to make a play. He's got young guys. Here's the other thing. You got a rookie at running back. You got a rookie at wide receiver. You've got a bunch of second-year players, the Brock Bowers, who's not healthy right now. You've got a lot of young players, and you've got a young offensive line. When you look at Parham and Meredith and Jackson Powers-Johnson, DJ Glaze, they're all second, third-year players, so with not a lot of experience. So that certainly contributes to the struggles that he's had, but there's no excuse. He's got to play better.
Rich, would you give any consideration to starting Kenny Pickett at any point? Because you've looked at Geno's performance and said, it's just not good enough. Let's give somebody else a shot.
No, and here's why. Because I know what we're getting. In other words, if there was a situation where you say, hey, this guy's going to come in and provide a spark, and he's got some different qualities and characteristics that Geno doesn't have, it's not even close, guys. I mean, I'm not suggesting that Geno is a top 5 quarterback in the NFL, but he's a really solid player. He's really come on here the last couple of years with the opportunities he's been given in Seattle. And Kenny Pickett, I just don't think physically has some of the qualities that Geno Smith has, just in terms of his mobility, his ability to kind of push the ball down the field. I think Geno clearly is the better player. So I think it'd be really premature, and I don't see that happening at any point. I mean, Geno Smith would have to just absolutely throw up on himself to be put in that situation. I mean, I think clearly he's a much better player at this point.
Rich Ganon. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Cap.
No, Rich, I just want to ask you then, are you bullish on the future of the Raiders under Pete Carroll, or are you kind of down on Pete at this stage of his career, and, people criticize his age and so on? I'm bullish on him because I'm a big Pete Carroll fan. What about you?
I am as well. And look, he's got that youthful enthusiasm about him. I've known Pete a long time. Pete was actually the secondaries coach with the Minnesota Vikings when I was here early, mid to late 80s. So I've known him a long time, got great respect for his body of work. He's changed the culture and the environment. He's doing that. It's all about competition. But, I think we have to be realistic, guys. I mean, I think I was just doing some work for my show later here today, and And one of the things I talked about is sometimes fan bases have these unrealistic expectations. Like all of a sudden, like we make a quarterback change, we hire a new coach, got a new coordinator, and okay, we're going to win 14 games. It's unrealistic. Like the Chiefs are still good, the Chargers are still good, Broncos are still good. Like this is the reality of where I think the Raiders dug themselves such a deep hole that it's going to take a while. And I'm not surprised. I think I'm a little surprised that they're 1-3. I thought maybe 2-2, but it's not even the record. It's just the way they've played through the first 4 weeks of the season, right? So that's got me surprised. But I think they'll get this thing turned around. I think the Raiders could be one of those teams we're talking about in the second half of the season that kind of gets on a little bit of a roll. Now I don't believe they're a playoff team this year, but I believe that this is a team that is going to get better as they get more and more comfortable with the system and the philosophy of Pete's scheme.
Rich Ganon, MVP 2002, with us here on Sedano and Kap on 710 ESPN. Rich, I appreciate you saying this because it's like validation for me. Literally everything you just said was stuff I have been saying to Kap and our audience for the better part of several months. You can't fast track this thing, especially in arguably the toughest division in the sport. So I guess my follow-up question to you would be we know the offensive line for the Raiders isn't very good, and at some point you do need to figure out the future of the quarterback position. Is that something that can be done in one offseason beyond this year? I know we've been focusing a lot on this season right now, but as we kind of look towards the build of this franchise moving forward, is that something you could potentially even tackle in one offseason?
It certainly can. I mean, I think you look at Bo Nix in Denver, right? I think you look at Jaden Daniels. I think you look at some of these quarterbacks that have come in and have had immediate success. I think part of it is, the system that they're in, the coaching. I think Cliff Kingsbury's done an amazing job with Jaden Daniels last year. I think you look at Sean Payton. What's like a marriage made in heaven, right? I think Sean's really good with the young quarterbacks. Look at the success that he had with Drew Brees. So, I just think that, I think you make a huge mistake organizationally if every year you're not looking at the quarterback position. And I think, based on what Geno does this year, in other words, if Geno gets things turned around and plays like I think he can and I think he will, maybe the Raiders are looking at that quarterback position in a little bit of a different way, like a third or fourth round, fifth round pick, a guy that they think has some upside. If Geno struggles, and you got Tom Brady in the building, and he's pretty good at evaluating the quarterback as well. The Raiders could be looking long and hard at that position. I think you make a mistake as an organization if you're not, even if you have Patrick Mahomes. Like if I had Patrick Mahomes, I had Lamar, I'm still looking. I'm not suggesting I'm going to use a first-round pick, but I'm trying. I want that room to be as competitive and as deep and as talented as we can possibly have it. If you just look around the league, guys, Joe Burrow goes out. Now, you're doing cartwheels over Jake Browning? I'm not. I mean, you look at the situation in Minnesota, J.J. McCarthy. We don't know what he's going to be yet. He goes out, Carson Wentz comes in. I think Carson Wentz is a serviceable guy. But if you look at that division with Jordan Love and Jared Goff and even Caleb Williams, the Vikings have the worst quarterback situation in that division right now. So, I mean, I think you have to be realistic, but I think you have to be constantly searching and looking for depth and talent at that position.
George, what are you giving me this look for? Like what Rich Ganon just said.
I mean, it literally validates everything I've said to you for months.
He's validated everything I said.
Oh, stop.
Rich Ganon
George, you cannot mess with Scott and I used to roam the sidelines.
No, I get it. I get it, Rich. But it's funny. It's hilarious how when I say the things that you just said, I have said this for months. He gives me all this grief that I'm a hater and that I don't believe in Pete. But you're saying it, and I'm just sitting there crossing my arms, pointing at the camera like, hey, man, sorry. Hey, man. Now the MVP is saying it, and you don't have much to say.
No, he's saying everything that I said.
Oh, stop.
Come on, man. Stop. Rich, we'll have you back, man. We really appreciate your time.
This is awesome. And by the way, Rich, plug your show. Plug your show.
You guys are the best. I love you. We'll catch up soon.
No, wait. What is your show, by the way? You mentioned you're getting ready for a show. We want our audience to also find that show.
So, I don't come on to promote my show, guys. I just want.
No, we want to help you. Go.
I do a show on Sirius XM NFL Radio. It's called The Blitz. I'm on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays from 9 to noon Pacific time. So that's my show, and I'm with Bruce Murray, and we spin around the league. We talk NFL. That's all I do. I can't do anything else. I've been involved in this game since I was 21 years. I tell people, I've never worked a day in my life. I graduated from college. I was 21, played 17 years in the league. I've been broadcasting ever since. It's not work if you love it.
Right on, man. Hey, Rich, appreciate you. Thanks for the time, man.
Thanks.
See you, Rich. Thank you.
He was awesome. The great
By
Rich
the way,
Ganon.
can I address one of the mongrels for a second?
Okay, go ahead.
Which mongrel? Which mongrel?
Thomas.
Oh, boy.
He's sitting there telling me, well, where am I talking all this smack? I don't need to talk any smack. The guy's literally saying everything I've said, and he's like, well, but you're not talking bleep on the Raiders. How do you do that when they have one of their Raiders reps on? I mean, he's literally said they have the worst quarterback in the division, that they still have a long ways to go. That's exactly everything I've said to you for months.
Well, look at Thomas's avatar. It looks like he's got a Raiders hat on it.
So, sorry, Thomas. You know, he's
Get him, Thomas.
He's
Get
a
him.
guest. You shut up.
Get him,
he's
Thomas.
a guest
Get him.
on the show. I'm not going to sit here and, berate him, especially when he's literally saying everything that I've said. He's agreeing with me. So you know what, Thomas?
To berate me?
Thomas, you know what?
Now?
You know what your problem is, Thomas?
Tell him.
You can't handle the truth.
Oh,
okay?
get him, Sedano.
You
Get
can't
him.
handle the fact that
Get
I've
him.
been right the whole time, and your MVP, Rich Ganon, the best quarterback you've had in the last 25 years in the Raiders organization, agrees with every single thing I've been telling you. Every single thing. How does that taste? I hope it tastes good.
Get him, Thomas. Come on, Thomas. Come back at him.
What is that?
Don't you take that.
Tell him to eat a
Don't
fat
take
one.
that.
Eat a fat one,
Eat
Thomas.
a fat one, Sedano.
Don't belittle me.
843. Tell us about our friends at Sellers Advantage, Cappy.
Oh, it'd be my absolute pleasure to tell everybody about Seller's Advantage. Listen, if you are thinking about selling your home, and now's a good time, really, because as interest rates seem to be on the decline, I think, at least, and this is what the real estate market thinks, is that there's going to be a lot more movement in the market. Because you might notice in your neighborhood that somebody puts their house up for sale, and it sits there, and it sits there, and it sits there, and the power is in the hands of the buyers because the sellers keep reducing their prices. Hey, sellers, let's talk about Seller's Advantage and what we can do for you. Here's what we can do. We can come to your house. We can look around. We can analyze. We can make you a competitive cash offer. More often than not, it's more money than you're going to expect. And we can make this transaction happen really fast. No real estate agents, no waiting, no people trampling through your house. And the most important part of it all, no spending money on repairs. You don't have to paint walls. You don't have to deal with landscaping. You don't have to put money out in hopes of bringing money back. And I'll throw one better right at you here at the last minute. We'll even inspire you to sell your home to us at Seller's Advantage by offering you $20,000 in cash in moving expenses because you may not have it right now. So listen, if it's time to sell your home, call Seller's Advantage for a free, no obligation offer today. It's 888-390-AS-IS, like that's the way we'll buy the house. 888-390-AS-IS or 888-390-2747. You can go to sellersadvantage.com. Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
845, good morning. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show on a Wednesday afternoon, or Wednesday morning, actually. Wednesday, October 1st. I'm all discombobulated. Anyway, we're back in 3 minutes with fun and frivolity, and we're getting ready for Rams General Manager Les Snead. Coming up at 9 a.m. when we move to YouTube and the app, and Rich Eisen begins on terrestrial. It is the Sedano and Kap Morning Show on ESPN LA.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show. We'd like to thank our founding partner,
Cadillac of Beverly Hills. Cadillac of Beverly Hills. Experience luxury at the top of its game. Visit CadillacBeverlyHills.com.
This is the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
You ever notice the harsh feeling and chlorine taste in LA water? That's why I made the switch to Life Source Water. Their whole house water system gives clean, filtered water from every tap in my house. It's become our essential appliance we love using every day. No salt, no regular maintenance. With Life Source, you deal directly with their local factory. No middlemen, no hassle. Call 800-WATER-99 or visit LifeSourceWater.com. Warranty limitations apply.
Hey guys, Cappy here. When disaster strikes, you expect your insurance company to be there for you, but often they look for ways to underpay your claim. If you're feeling abandoned, pushed to use low-rated contractors, or ignored after years of loyalty, we protect homeowners from the games and fine print that insurance companies are known for. contact Avner Gatt, one of California's largest public adjusting firms. Visit avnergatt.com or call 818-917-5256. With a team that has the industry's know-how, including experience from the insurance side, Avner Gatt is ready to fight for you. With over 20 years of experience, they offer a free initial consultation and have the largest network of experts to evaluate your damages. Remember, size, experience, and expertise matter. Don't let your insurance company leave you in the dark. Call Avner Gatt, 818-917-5256, or visit avnergatt.com today. Avner Gatt, your claim, our game.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Children's Hospital Los Angeles is where groundbreaking research meets unparalleled expertise. It's where exceptional care is tailored 100% to kids. And it's where every specialist, every room, every innovation revolves around one need: your child's health. Whether it's routine care or a life-saving procedure, CHLA is where families turn to when outcomes truly matter. Children's Hospital Los Angeles, 125 years of building hope and healthier futures. Go to chla.org today.
Paying extra for tire care is BS. You know, bad service. So at Midas, we're rolling out our BS-free tire guarantee, included with paid installation and tax on every purchase. You'll pay nothing for flat replacements, nada for flat repairs, and zilch for tire rotations every 5,000 miles. That's $0 for all that. So with this limited lifetime tire guarantee, you'll pay a whole lot of nothing compared to what the other guys charge for tire care. That's the BS-free tire guarantee, only at Midas.
I'm home. Hey, Mom, before you ask, I've done my homework and the dishwasher's unloaded.
Nice. Hey, can you... Hey, hon, yes, I've got the finale ready to play. Here's your wine.
Wow. Isn't it nice not having to ask? We think so. That's why if there's a network interruption, AT&T will proactively credit you for a full day of service, guaranteed. Credit for fiber downtime lasting 20 minutes or more, or for wireless downtime lasting 60 minutes or more caused by a single incident impacting 10 or more towers. Restrictions and exclusions apply. See att.com/guarantee for details.
This is the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
8:49. Good morning. Sedano and Kap Morning Show on a Wednesday, Jack. On this day in 1995, British band Oasis released their second album, What's the Story? Morning Glory. And this one was on it, Don't Look Back in Anger. Like, Sedano, don't look back in anger at those gutless scumbag Raider fans.
Good song.
It is a good song.
Very good song.
I wonder who Sally is.
I wonder who Sally is, too.
You can wait, though.
Maybe it's the same girl in the Eric Clapton song. You ever
Today
think about
is
that?
also Saki. No, that's probably like 20 years apart. Today's also Saki Day.
Oh, really?
I used to be a big cold-filtered Saki guy. The Nagori.
I like cold sake.
Yeah.
I would agree.
Oh,
I
used
like them
to drink
both.
that. I used to drink that sucker up.
You like the warm sake?
Yeah, I don't mind the warm sake.
Warm's good as a digestive afterwards.
See, I don't mind it either, Cappy.
Not an aperitif.
Oh, yeah, sure.
I'm down for both.
Oh, I know.
Hot
you are.
and cold.
I know you're down for both, sucker.
Listen.
So, Cappy, you are also down for both in the sense that you root for Dave Roberts because you're your guy.
Yep.
And, the Padres still tug at your heartstrings. So it's an interesting day for you today as the Padres are on the brink of elimination and the Dodgers are looking to finish off the Cincinnati Reds today.
That's right. Yes, I am a Dave Roberts fan. I get criticized by Padre fans because I'm not a hater, meaning I look at the Dodgers and I go, I like Freddie Freeman. I look at the Dodgers and I go, I really like Ohtani. I like Mookie Betts.
Well,
like Will
can
Smith.
we say this? Like, the Dodgers are just a likable team.
Right, they are. So unless, of course, you are their rival.
Well,
and then you look at them.
But I think if you look at them objectively, like, they have a lot of guys that are easy to root for.
Who doesn't like Shohei? Who doesn't like Mookie?
Right.
Who doesn't like Freddie? They're
Even
all just
Kershaw,
good.
right?
Yeah,
like,
Kershaw.
Historically, one of the great pitchers of all time. Like, they have a lot of guys who are very likable. Their manager, to me, very likable.
I think the guys themselves are very likable,
that's what
especially
we're saying.
Shohei. But the team is somebody who's like, whose team is one of those small market teams that can't afford anything. They're like, oh man, those stupid Dodgers just buy their championships.
Lindsay just got it exactly right. So you see, we all look at them and go, hey, Ohtani's great. We love Ohtani. He's a great guy. We like him. But nationally, people look at him and they go, oh, Ohtani's $700 million contract and MVPs because he pitches and he hits. And Kyle Schwarber should be the MVP, and I don't like that. And then, of course, they go, hey, and the other thing is the gambling scandal and the way baseball just brushed it under the rug. So we all look at them and go, likable guys. Everybody else in the country goes, I hate those guys.
Well, I think they hate the idea of the Dodgers. And by the way, listen, if you look at the Dodgers, they've done a fantastic job of building this team, and no one would know this better than the host of or one of the hosts of the Blue Review, Bergman and team over there, is that Andrew Friedman, people forget, man, when Andrew Friedman first got here, wasn't like Scott Kazmir being paid to not play? There was a bunch of those guys, right?
Yeah, a bunch of them, like Crawford.
Yeah.
When they brought him over from Boston.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, they brought a bunch of dudes. David Price was another one that they did at the same
Right, they brought him briefly, right.
Yeah, but that was because of the Mookie trade. But
Right.
either way, they are known for bringing guys up from the minors.
They've had
It's
a
not
lot
so
of
much
success
anymore.
that way, yes.
Yeah, but not so much anymore. There's not very much as much homegrown talent, but they're still there.
There's still some
Kershaw,
guys.
Smith,
Pages.
Yeah. But even if they're not from, like, Kike didn't come up with them, but he came from the
basically,
minor.
his success has all been through the Dodgers.
Right. Same with
Kike's
Muncy.
unbelievable.
I mean, Kike gets the biggest pop, arguably, of anybody when he comes to bat.
It's amazing.
He is unbelievable. The fans love Kike, and he is
Walk-up
just so
song is
playoff clutch.
And he's
Bergie-
he's the best dancer on the team.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Bergie.
Kershaw's talked about how I was listening to Tim Kirkjian and Tom Hart on the radio broadcast at the beginning of the game because I was going for a hike and before the sunset. And
I did the exact same thing. I was also watching on my phone while walking as the sun was
right,
setting.
but I was listening to the radio broadcast.
No, I was watching the TV.
Yeah. And at that point, I watched the TV when I got home. But Tim Kirkjian told the story that Kershaw told him he's never seen a man move his hips the way Kike moves his hips.
Wow, that's
He
kind of
does
like
move his
Kike.
hips.
Kike is to the Dodgers what Bergie is to the
Exactly.
to ESPN LA.
Yeah,
That's right.
exactly.
Berg, how was the environment last night, and how late did you stay? Because you know what was interesting is as the Reds were making a bit of a comeback, the seats behind home plate were empty. Everybody's like, "We got to get out of here." How was it?
I'll get to it in the YouTube hour, but I stayed till the last pitch and got out in 20 minutes.
Good job, Bergie. Football fans, join Travis Rogers, Sua Cravens, and me tomorrow for the Rams postgame show live at Hollywood Park Casino. Score, sign memorabilia, grab tickets to future ESPN LA events, and keep the party going at LA's hottest card room. That's Hollywood Park Casino, 3883 West Century Boulevard in Inglewood. Tomorrow after the game, must be 21 or older. Hollywood Park Casino, where LA comes to party and play 24/7. Rams general manager Les Snead will join us at 9 o'clock on the YouTube and the app. Sedano, tell us about our friend Jacob Emrani.
Yeah, you get into an accident, you call Jacob at 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. Tell him Sedano, Mason, and the crew here at 710 sent you. After a crash, don't be fooled. Insurance companies aren't sending thoughts and prayers. They're sending lawyers, investigators, adjusters, and their one job is to pay you as little as possible. Before you even leave the scene, they're building a case against you. That's why you need someone as aggressive and as experienced and fully on your side, like call Jacob. At the law offices of Jacob Emrani, you're not just protected. You're backed by nearly 30 years of experience going toe-to-toe with the biggest corporations and winning. Jacob knows the playbook. He's seen every tactic, and he doesn't blink from day one. You get protection, guidance, and power behind your name. And you don't pay a penny unless Jacob wins. So don't wait, all right? Don't wonder. Don't give the other side a head start. Call 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB, 844-24-JACOB, or visit them online at calljacob.com. Jacob, a trusted legal partner of the Rams, Lakers, and LAFC.
Thank you, Sedano. Rich Eisen at 9 o'clock coming up on 710 in the app. And we move to the app and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles. We'll see you in there, mongrels.
This is the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Math is pretty simple. Low prices plus big trade value equals huge savings for you at Ocean Subaru of Fullerton. Come in today to trade and upgrade your vehicle or just sell it and get paid. We just crunch the numbers and you win either way. For complete details, visit OceanSubaruOC.com. The math is simple. More for your trade and less for your next ride at Ocean Subaru.
It's all here at Ocean Subaru.
Park
party and play at Hollywood Park Casino. Join Travis Rogers, Sua Cravens, and me, Chris Morales, Thursday, October 2nd, this Thursday, for the ESPN LA Rams postgame show. Live from Hollywood Park Casino. Win prizes like signed sports memorabilia and tickets to an upcoming ESPN LA sporting event. While you're there, enter for a chance to win a brand new Pedigo e-bike. And I'm putting Rams fans on the air live from HPC after the game. Hollywood Park Casino is LA's hottest card room and the only place where you can party and play 24/7. Hollywood Park Casino must be 21 and older. See you there Thursday.
710 ESPN, the home of the purple and gold.
And the home of the biggest show on the radio.
Mason and Ireland.
LeBron James. All right, so I tell people this all the time. When we go on the road, the most popular player on our team is LeBron.
Yes.
Number 2 is a tie between Luka and you,
wow.
Ronnie.
Yeah.
The particularly young people love to see you, and you come, you get off the bench, and the crowds go crazy. How does that make you feel?
I mean, it's a great feeling just to be supported by everyone in the basketball world. So I'm just really thankful.
So you notice it too, though.
For sure. Yeah, it's everywhere.
Yeah.
Don't miss Mason and Ireland weekdays at noon on 710 ESPN, the ESPN LA app, and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
John Ireland here for Blue Ice Huckleberry Vodka, crafted with real mountain huckleberries, Idaho State fruit. Think blueberries, but richer. Try pairing it with lemonade. So refreshing. Blue Ice Vodka, because taste matters.
Don't sit on the sidelines if you've been injured in an accident. Hey, it's Travis, and at Normand Legal, Joseph S. Normand and his team are ready to go full contact for your case. They'll rush the defense, tackle the insurance companies, and drive it all the way into the end zone to get you the maximum compensation you deserve. Call the winning team now at 213-747-1234, 213-747-1234, or visit normandlegal.com. Don't fumble your future. Your recovery is their priority. Call Joe now and score a touchdown with Normand Legal.
The post-career day press conference, brought to you by Progressive.
Anthony, can you tell us what happened during career day?
I'm a biomedical researcher. The kids just weren't impressed.
How did you feel when your son called in the backup?
Embarrassed, and I knew it would be a fireman. It's always a fireman. It's cliche, but a crowd favorite. He had an axe and everything. I can't compete with that.
And will the fireman be helping your son with his science fair project?
Hope not. I'm literally a scientist.
Like it or not, sometimes you need a backup. That's why there's Progressive to protect your home and auto. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Hey, fans! Welcome back to Fansville's Cheers and Tears. Oh. Okay, so everybody deals with losing, right? To a rival on a last-second field goal. Whatever, it's fine. I'm totally fine. But I cope with losing with an ice-cold Dr. Pepper. Those 23 flavors are so delicious. They totally wash away the pain of your college football team taking a big fat L. College football, it's a pepper thing.
Hi, it's LeBron. The Lakers play here.
710 ESPN.
KSPN, Los Angeles.
A good karma brands radio station.
9 o'clock on the Sedano Kap Morning Show. Our YouTube-only hour begins on the app, on the ESPN LA app, and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles. We get ready for Rams-Niners tomorrow night at SoFi Stadium, the Palace in Inglewood. As my Rams, I predicted 14-3 this season, guys. 14-3, and I'm still alive. And I remember when I told Les Snead this, when we were at Rams training camp, I was hosting Chalk Talk with DeMarco Farr. I said, Les, 14-3, and he said, you're a positive young man. And I said, Les, that's why you're my BFF. And the great Les Snead, general manager of our Los Angeles Rams, joins us right now on the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Well, listen, they certainly look good out of the gate here. There's no question about it. A big win this past week and a huge game coming up here on Thursday, which you can hear here on the home of the Rams, 710 ESPN, Thursday Night Football. We had Big Wit on yesterday, Cap, so now we have Les Snead on for this big game. Les, we were just talking about just the quick turnaround on a Thursday, right? I mean, you guys have dealt with some level of injuries, as every team has, certainly. But on a week like this, how challenging is it when you do have guys who have been on the shelf or are still nurturing some injuries? How does that work on a week like this with just a couple of days to prepare?
It definitely let's call it impacts the challenge for sure. The challenge gets a lot tougher a lot of times, right? You're going to feel a lot better even if you just needed a few more days to go play a game on Sunday, and that's just different also from just getting let's call it the body to turn over and be ready to fire on all cylinders on a Thursday night, and I do think age probably let's call it seeps into that as well. As the younger you are, the faster you can recover. The older you are, it usually takes a little bit. You can still do some of the same things you could when you were young. Just takes a little bit longer to get over the soreness.
Hey, Les, would you just go through the schedule, meaning like I was saying to George earlier, there's really no time to practice. Could you just go through what the team does from Sunday to Thursday in terms of walk through, jog through, and how there really isn't much practice time going into a Thursday night game?
Yeah, it's interesting, and sports science is going to bleed into it. I'll get into that here in a minute. But really, it starts Sunday after our game where our, let's call it athletic performance staff get our players. They stay in the locker room after the game a lot longer because they're going through intentional recovery in the locker room to get ready for this Thursday night game. And really yesterday there's a couple of walkthroughs. So you're going to basically implement a game plan, a lot simpler game plan than your normal game plan. You're going to walk it through too. Here's where sports science does come into it. We will get on the field today. We probably will get the players up, and get them running. Where a lot of times pre-sports science and where we've evolved to, you always took the day off the day before a game, but there is definitely some evidence that says getting the players to move today will bleed right into Thursday night.
Gotcha. Les, I think that one of the most impressive parts of how the Rams are doing thus far, and it goes back to last season as well, is the defensive front. And I just was wondering if you could tell us about, from your perspective and your job and what you do, how long in advance of Aaron Donald's retirement you were already thinking about not replacing him as an individual, but really rebuilding the front seven, knowing that he wasn't going to be around forever?
I'm not sure I could give you the exact timeline, but philosophically here, we've always felt like you can impact the other team's offense more from the front four, front five, front seven. Just the way and it's going to be different philosophies depending on what building you're in. And there was that time that as Aaron was getting in, the back nine of his career, where you probably at the macro level knew it would be very hard to replace an Aaron Donald with an Aaron Donald. So what you knew you wanted to do, though, is still have a very impactful front four, front five, and it would likely be without Aaron Donald, and it would likely be without just one person or one player being as dominant as him. So then at that point you started kind of reinforcing, retooling, trying to acquire players so that at a point in time there would be a stable stock of 4+ players who come in and affect the other side's offense from let's call it a 3-point stance.
Les Snead, the general manager of the Rams here. It's funny, Les, you just kind of made my mind kind of go to a specific place. So I was on a flight recently, and, I was like, it's a long flight, cross country. And I was scrolling through the movies, and I hadn't seen the movie Moneyball in a long time. I'm sure you've seen it, right? Brad Pitt, the Oakland A's story. Have you seen that movie before?
You know what? I've read the book, haven't seen the movie.
Okay. Well, either way, you've read the book, which is even better.
I really enjoyed the book.
Yeah, you've read the book, which is even better, which kind of gets me to my point. In that book and in the movie as well, they talk about the Oakland A's having to replace production, right? And there's a specific meeting where they talk about, like, hey, they're losing Jason Giambi at this time in the early 2000s. He eventually goes to the Yankees, right? And the scouts are in there trying to figure out how to replace Giambi. And Billy Beane says, guys, you're thinking about this wrong. We're not trying to replace Jason Giambi. We're trying to replace the production, right? We got to figure out, and that may not mean one guy, right? And that's kind of what you've done, to Cap's point, in regards to redoing the front in a way that you had this guy who was once in a lifetime as far as being a talent and a player, and such a significant contributor to your championship seasons. But you've been able to do this because you're not looking at it as a one-for-one approach. And to me, that just kind of sticks out to me because I feel like in general, you guys have taken different approaches and have been very nimble in the way you've built different rosters. But the thing is, to me, the most recent version of this is the way you've drafted defensively. Last year, your defense cost you $24 million, your starters at least. It's just an unbelievable tribute to what you guys and testament to what you guys are able to do in that front office, applying these kinds of skill sets to understand, hey, again, we don't have to replace one for one. We just got to fill the gaps and fill the production. I feel like you guys have taken some criticism in the past about your approach on how you approach the draft, but it feels like there's tons of validation now. How does that feel? Like, what was it like to kind of do the thing a little differently than most teams do and get the results that you've gotten?
Well, I think starting with Billy Beane, let's call it intellectual, but I'll call that's probably a reasonable approach, a rational approach, where if Jason Giambi is a unique player once in a lifetime, maybe there's 4 or 5, maybe there's 10 in a life, whatever it is just hard to go back to back with those players. Usually if there's more than one of those, they end up somewhere else. It's harder. It's less reasonable to approach it that way, but it is actually realistic where, okay, we need to replace this skill set, this production. How do we do it in a manner that is actually realistic and not, let's call it, not a hope. A lot of people say hope's not a strategy. So, and I think at the end of the day, I think the fulfillment comes that, okay, as a team, as y'all open the segment, we've won 3 out of 4. We've got a big game Thursday night, so we want to win. Point being is the fulfillment in all of it is over the last couple of years, and especially like you said on that side of that defensive side of the ball, where a lot of those players are on their rookie contracts. They've committed, they've cared about, and they've gelled. There's a lot of chemistry there. They've grown together, and it's led to successful results for all of us, right, in this building, all of the fans in L.A. Yeah. So that's the fulfilling part.
Right, no question. And again, you guys have taken this approach since 2020 of not attending the combine, or at least you not attending the combine in person because, look, there's just a lot of obligations when you're there. You guys rely more on your in-person meetings, individual scouting, film, analytics, to your point earlier. And I've heard also kind of this proprietary survey test, I guess, that you give the kids when they're coming out. Like, again, that's an approach that was not the normal approach in football. You're kind of zigging while everybody is zagging. What led to that type of approach?
I think that, as you said, we do have we have individuals in our building that do attend the combine, but at the macro level, there's a base rate where all 32 teams are going to utilize the combine, right, for usefulness for their program. And then at the end of the day, to really get the most out of it, you're going to have to be intentional, right? What are you trying to accomplish? What is the main goal of what you're doing every hour of that day or every phase of the combine? And from there to be innovative sometimes and get the most be the most efficient with your people, your time, let's call it this, your brain power is you're going to be in the margins there. You're going to be innovative in the margins and how you go about, right, utilizing every, let's call it, tool that is available, every platform that is available along the calendar, let's call it leading up to a draft.
Les, I love that we're having like a philosophical conversation about how you do your job and how the Rams build a roster. It leads me to a player that last week against the Colts had a really great game, and that's Cam Curl, who had 2 interceptions, including the one that really shut the game down. But a player like that, who's a 7th-round pick out of Arkansas 5+ years ago, who's with Washington for a short period of time, how do you go about, A, identifying, and B, knowing that he could be an impact guy, or maybe you don't know? I mean, just in terms of what Cam Curl and how you guys found him and what he's done so far, what do you think? What
is interesting, if we blend, let's call it blend the preparation for a collegiate draft with the preparation for unrestricted free agency, and that is where we acquired Cam. But Cam was someone that we appreciated coming out, and there are times, right, where you're going to try to analyze where your bets, where your predictions on how a player performs in the NFL, were you more accurate or less accurate? And especially when those players are like him that are later in the draft, let's call it picked later in the draft. But there was appreciation within your ecosystem. Didn't come to our team initially, right? And there's probably plenty of times in that draft we could have drafted. But what you then do is try to follow those players' careers. And in Cam's case, right, he goes there and probably exceeds expectations as a seventh rounder. And then at that point, we asked him to join the Rams family. So that's how sometimes the draft process also still, let's call it, impacts the free agent process 4 or 5 years later from the draft.
Yeah, and Les, we've focused a lot so far this morning, and appreciate your time. We focused a lot on the defensive side of the ball. I just want to go over to the offense for this reason. One of the things that I've been talking about since the beginning of this year is how impressive it is that it's 2 running backs, it's 3, 4, could maybe go 5 wide receivers, and it's at least 3 tight ends. And by the way, the guy that you drafted with your first pick, which was the second round, he wasn't even dressed this past weekend at tight end. So there's 4, but you're at least using 3. This philosophy of multiple players at every position contributing as opposed to just focusing on one guy. Again, where's that philosophy coming from?
I think it overall is a philosophy that we think we're best when all of our offensive eligibles are involved in the game for many reasons. Again, there's so many reasons of why. And at the end of the day, I think as this season goes on, it's going to evolve even more than it is right now in terms of as we continue gelling, as we continue evolving to who we're going to be and how we're going to be in flow, right? What personnel packages are going to be best to be in flow. And that's going to change, too, depending on, right, the enemy has to say how they try to stop us. And also the more stuff you put on tape, you're going to definitely have to become a little bit different team in the middle of the season and even later in the bottom quarter of the season than you are right now.
Yeah, this is really interesting.
General manager of your LA Rams with us here on your home of the Rams, 710 ESPN. Look, to talk more about the offense, right? Like, Puka is having an incredible season. I mean, he's been so good for you in the years that you've had him. I mean, he can literally do it all. He can catch the ball. He can catch it in traffic. He can block. He can run the ball. I mean, the only thing I don't think I recall seeing him do is throw the ball, and I'm sure that may come at some point too. But just, this kid, again, another, example of you guys really mining the draft in the 5th round out of BYU and just, has he even outlived your expectations on what you thought he could do?
I can say this. He's either outlived our expectations or we definitely should have picked him a little bit earlier. But the neat thing is, the neat thing that comes together is we did have a vision for him, and we really appreciate the skill set that he brought to the table, and we felt like that was a genre that we didn't have. Right, the bigger, the stronger receiver, and we did project him to be that we could acquire him later in the draft for, some of the ways we go about it. But at the end of the day, yes, for him to come in and truly, let's call it, not only be dominating the NFL right now. The neat thing about Puka is, and I think that's probably why he has exceeded expectations. It just seems like, right, he is wired to really enjoy what he's doing in the moment, and boy, does his domination just ooze. I'm having fun doing this.
Oh yeah,
and that's just I can say that's an igniting, contagious way to play football. Yeah. And I think our team, teams, fans, everyone kind of gravitates off of that energy and how he plays the game.
Yeah, Les Cap. He's actually, I looked it up just now. He is the favorite. Granted, it's only several weeks into the season, but he's the current favorite for Offensive Player of the Year, and deservedly so at this point, Cappy.
I mean, all of the stats that he's put up, last week was insane. 13 catches, 170 yards. Hey, last thing for me is this. Are you happy
what we're
right
saying
now?
is he's got the lead after the first 18 holes.
That's right. That's exactly right. That's exactly right. After round one, he's the leader.
Yeah,
he's the leader.
A couple more rounds.
Right,
exactly.
right.
Yeah.
But Les, are you happy at least through 4 weeks? Because I look at that Philly game and it bothers me still because that's a game that I think the Rams should have won, and yet you kind of get another one last week against the Colts where I could make the argument that the Colts should have won. So it sort of balances out. But through 4 weeks, are you and Coach McVay, are you guys happy with where you are?
We're definitely satisfied. I think you hit the nail on the head on Philly, Indianapolis. That is one of the main reasons why during this journey of 17 weeks of however many months, right, from August to September to October to November to December to through all those holidays and all those things, you got to have that ironclad emotional control, because there's going to be some moments, right, where a loss just tastes really, really bad. That Philly loss tastes bad, right? And not necessarily because you gave up the lead, right? Philly came in and made some plays, but you drive down, there's a little bit of a self-inflicted wound. Even though they made a good play blocking a field goal, the enemy does have a say something. But what I'm trying to say is, you know what? You just gotta put that one away. You got to get to 30,000 feet as soon as possible, right? Your amygdala's going to be screaming, wow, that one stunk, right? But guess what? It's already Monday. It's already Tuesday. Sometimes you're playing on Thursday. So even after a win like Indianapolis, right, you got to get over that natural human nature of, okay, we're satisfied. We got the win, right? We actually came back this time versus driving down the field and not kicking the field goal. So however it goes, right, stay level, stay in the moment, know that every time an opponent comes into town, they want to win that game just as bad as you do, and it's going to be a heavyweight fight, and there's plenty of those. So that's what we're trying to do at this point in time.
Yeah, and you'll have a heavyweight fight on Thursday. Of course, you can hear it right here on 710 ESPN. Last one for you. Take me through your reaction, if you can remember how you felt when Matthew Stafford goes over the top, hits 2-2, and he hits that big touchdown, 88 yards or whatever it was. Like, take me through what you're feeling in the box or on the field or wherever the hell you were in the stadium at that point.
Oh, I'll take it right. Wherever we got the ball at, you're going, okay, look, we can go down, drive down, and it's like, wow, we're gonna get a chance to exercise that demon from the week before, right? Kick the walk-off field goal, and then all of a sudden, right, it's first play, drop, whoa, 2-2 is wide open. So now the ball is halfway in the air, and you're like, okay, I hope this thing's not overthrown. And then it's like, okay, let's come down with the catch. And then, wow, there's the catch, and it's like, okay, he might outrun. We know 2-2's fast, but you never know really where the player. And so all of those, and I don't even know how long that play lasted, but you could see where probably my brain, as I mentioned, frontal lobe, amygdala. There was a lot of moments there where no telling what was going on up in the wonderful organ that is the brain.
Oh, yeah, man. And by the way, how awesome was it to see that Matthew Stafford was mic'd and he gets hit. He's down on the ground. He realizes Tutu's running for the touchdown. And as Stafford is screaming down the sideline, I'm an effing dog. I'm an effing dog. And to see Stafford there with Tutu celebrating the end zone, and to see Puka, who was the first guy on the scene to congratulate Tutu, that was so awesome, man. Congratulations on the way the season started.
It is really neat to see teammates jacked for teammates, right?
Right.
Heck, that is something that doesn't happen naturally on every team, right? There is a chemistry to see teammates jacked for teammates. And the other thing, right, see Matthew Stafford, like we talked about with Aaron Donald, back nine of his career. Not sure what hole he's on, but we do know he's on the final 9 holes somewhere. But the neat thing is, in that moment, there was an element that the game felt like the game does to Puka, right? 37-year-old, a father, plenty of, burdens in life, right, that go as a 37-year-old father. But at the end of the day, in this kid's game, he felt like a kid in that moment again, and that's pretty cool to see.
Yeah,
well,
really cool.
Les, man, we always appreciate you making time for us, man.
You.
Best of luck tomorrow, and we'll talk to you soon.
We'll always take the luck. Thanks for having me. Enjoy chatting with y'all.
All right, man. Take care. There he is.
Oh, he's
George,
just
that
the
was
best.
that was
So
a
good.
very intellectual, philosophical, high-level football conversation. I love that.
Yeah, and look, I love that he's willing to engage in those conversations. He's not going to obviously give us the proprietary information, but it's funny. The reason I asked that, and he kind of led me there, right, when he was talking about the way he answered that first question, it kind of made me trigger because Chris and I had a text conversation when I was watching Moneyball on this flight about, applying it to the radio station.
Well, how we can reduce, cost and, make sure we have one star and build around him. And we have that with Sedano.
No, that's not what it was about at all. It was actually about
I agree. That is,
making
it's
the
fire
radio
everybody
station better
and hire Sedano.
No.
Sedano is Jason Giambi.
It was not that at all by any stretch of the imagination. But
trying to get everybody fired, Sedano.
He made me think about that, and it was funny because I feel like they have done that. They went from F them picks, right, to being really smart and drafting really well over the last several years. Not that they weren't smart before, because they were able to lure these guys to come here on buyouts and things of that nature, and they had to convince those guys to come here, and that takes a certain skill set too. But they've been so good at hitting the draft that it's just wild, like how good they've been in the last several years at nailing the draft. The team that most pundits thought felt they were not great at that. And the Aaron Donald conversation that you brought up. And one last thing, Cappy, I will just say this. A number of the college teams that I've talked to, and one specifically, made mention to me about the Rams' approach in the offseason on how they evaluate players, right? And the proprietary stuff they do that maybe other teams are not. And they have been criticized by other media members, by former NFL people who are in the media and whatnot. Oh, how can you not go to the combine? Blah, blah, such arrogance, this, that, and the other. And it goes to show you that, if you're doing your homework, it doesn't matter if you're in Indy or not necessarily. Right. And he said they do have people in Indy. It's just that they have taken a different approach, and they dive more into the film and the analytics and the personal interactions with these particular players to make sure they fit. So a particular college football general manager told me how much they value what the Rams have been able to do, and he kind of explained to me some of that stuff. So that's why I'm glad we were able to get into that conversation with him about it.
And just last thing for me, I mentioned a guy like Cam Curl and how they go out and they find a guy who's a late-round draft choice and he's on somebody else's roster, and he winds up becoming an impact player on this Rams defense. You realize that we did not even bring up Nate Landman, and how that's a guy who is he's an undrafted free agent who really can't stick with the Atlanta Falcons. But Jimmy Lake, who was the defensive coordinator of the Atlanta Falcons last year, says to Les Snead when he comes back to the Rams, because remember he was the assistant head coach years ago with the Rams. He comes back and he says, "We got this guy named Nate Landman who played for us last year in Atlanta. This guy could play." Nate Landman is an undrafted free agent who could not stick with the Atlanta Falcons, who is the play caller and the captain
he's the green dot
of the Rams defense in his first season with the Rams. That's great scouting.
Yeah, no, agreed. They do a phenomenal job.
Phenomenal.
Sedano's the green dot here,
No, he's the black hand.
And the black hand. He's both.
And I'm the gray hand.
Football fans,
I
the
dubbed you.
Rams
Yes,
Toyota
thank you.
Countdown to Kickoff is live from Cosm tomorrow. Join Travis Rogers and Sua Cravens live from the hall at Cosm for Rams pregame, the Toyota Countdown, Rams Countdown to Kickoff. Feel the energy on massive wall-to-wall LED displays. Enjoy local food, craft cocktails, and beers, and get game day ready with us. Plus, remember, if you're going to the game, if you have a ticket to SoFi Stadium, you get in free at Cosm. Don't miss out. Learn more at Cosm.com. Now, of course, tomorrow is going to be our Yom Kippur special. And we had Momo yesterday when she was sitting in for Mace. Cut a liner. Let's hear it.
You're listening to the Sedano and Kap morning show, Yom Kippur special.
You got to say, hey, it's Momo.
Oh, hey, it's Momo. It's time to atone. You're listening to the oh, shoot. Let's do it again.
3, 2, 1.
Hey, it's Momo. It's time to atone because you're listening to the Sedano and Kap morning show, Yom Kippur special.
Beautiful.
Right. The tone was important because it is atonement, right? You don't want to be like Chipper in the atonement.
So I had our big voice guy and Dawn, who's the female you hear, their husband and wife, the Cutlers. I sent them stuff for it, and they responded back, and they're like, how do you want the delivery? Because your stuff for the morning show is usually fun, but Yom Kippur is kind of not fun. I got, Do it both ways.
I'd like to hear that.
By the way, Cappy, you'll be happy to hear that our kids' school also off again for Yom Kippur.
I absolutely
like it was
love
Rosh
that.
Hashanah not
I
too
think
long
that's
ago.
great. And I'll tell you, Chris, I'll give you a little bit of love here. How much I appreciate the fact that we are doing a Yom Kippur special. That's pretty cool. I think that I get the day off, which I needed. Bergie gets the day off, even though. Well, Berg, are you taking any day off tomorrow, or you're all in tomorrow?
No, I'm going to do the blue review at 6:30, and then from home, and I'll come in at my normal time, 8, 9.
Oh, bad guy, bad guy.
I mean, look,
I took one off.
He took Rosh Hashanah.
I did.
You know what though? I really resent that whole taking Rosh Hashanah off. Seriously, like if you were going to take one day off, you should take tomorrow off. I mean, listen, I don't mean to tell you how to Jew.
Yeah, but don't tell me how to Jew. You Jew how you want to Jew, and I'll Jew how I want to Jew.
It's so funny. I got a text from a cousin of mine from Northern California, and she sends me this text. She says, "Hey, cuz, I know we've been planning on connecting this weekend because they're coming down." And she's like, "Can we hook up for dinner on Thursday night?" I'm like, "Girlfriend, that's the breaking of the fast for Yom Kippur." She right away replies with, "I guess I'm a bad Jew." I'm like, "Well, I'm not exactly a great one." I go, "But one day of the year, I give up work. I give up fun. I give up everything I'm supposed to give up. I sit in temple all day. I make myself miserable, and then I eat like a fat ass at the end of the night."
I haven't been to temple since my bar mitzvah. So,
come on.
You want to come? You want to come down?
No, I'm okay.
Are you really planning on doing that, Cap, or are you just saying that?
No, I'll be there all day. That's my thing.
Our Yom
That's my
Kippur
thing.
special is stacked. We have the fresh content that we recorded the other day. We got Les Snead. We got Andrew Whitworth. We're going to have our picks against the spread for a lot of people that don't get to hear it at 7 a.m. Maybe we'll throw Rich Ganon in there.
Oh, that would be
stacked.
nice.
Plus,
Yeah.
I want you to record. I mean, you could do it right now. 3, 2, 1.
3, 2,
Like
1.
a little message for atonement so people understand what Yom Kippur is.
Oh, that's really nice.
Go
Thank you.
ahead.
Here we go.
3, 2, 1.
3, 2. Yo, everybody, what's up? It's Cappy, and today is Yom Kippur, the Day of Atonement. So think about all the things you've done in the last year that you regret. Let's atone for those things today, and then tomorrow we'll go back to being jerks.
All right. Did
that work?
I didn't expect it to go that way, but that's
Oh,
fine.
yeah. Well, because that's what happens is like I'm going to atone for everything that's happened in the last 12 months. And then tomorrow I'm going to sit down. I'm going to do everything I need to do. I'm going to really focus on atoning. And then on Friday, I'm going back. That's the beauty of being Jewish. It's a one-day-a-year thing. Like with Catholic, you got to go to the thing and you got to confess and you got to do that a lot
I
of times.
haven't done confession since my first confession.
They
You
say
should do.
They
You
say
should do
that
some.
similarly to like how you're saying that you practice your faith. They call us the C&E crowd for Catholics, the Christmas and Easter crowd.
Well, I'm more
crowd.
than C&E, but I don't do
I'm not.
confession. I do communion.
I'm not even C&E.
I'm just C&E. That's
I
it.
do C&E.
Because of my mom.
Yeah.
Not me.
Otherwise, I would be
understand.
0.
It's fine.
When you say C&E, do you mean go to church on Christmas and Easter?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Gotcha.
I'm
'Cause
a
I've been to
CIN.
church on
Sin.
Easter, What are you, Briones? What are you?
I'm a sinner.
Now, I go to church a lot just to pray, not necessarily go to mass, but I'll go in and sit and pray. But I'm not. I enjoy the pageantry of the church. I disagree with a lot of things. Obviously, the Catholic Church.
I don't need to go to church to be spiritual.
Exactly.
Is the way I say it.
Exactly right. Exactly.
I told
right.
you guys I went to a funeral in a Catholic church about 2 weeks ago, and I was blown away by how unemotional it was and just how religious.
Yeah, but you
it
didn't go to a
was.
Catholic church. You went
No,
to,
I did. A
oh,
Catholic
you did?
church.
Well, it's
Yeah,
probably because they do, usually at those funerals, they just do mass.
Yeah.
that's what it was.
Yeah.
That's right.
And there's certain
Yeah.
verses that you're supposed to read that are
The
pertinent
rosary
to
and
the
stuff, yep.
to the funeral.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's
Then
all
they tried to give
it's
me
all
that
the same.
They tried to give me that little cookie,
No,
wafer.
it's communion.
Communion. Well, I mean,
But you didn't take it, right?
I did not take it.
Yeah.
No.
Because it's a sin if you do it. And
Oh, really?
And you're
Especially
not,
for a Jew to
Yeah.
take it.
Right. Well, I had
I mean,
a
it's
Go
the
to First
body of
Communion.
Christ.
Yeah, we don't like that.
no. Well, I told you guys
I
had
would actually be
PTSD.
very upset if you took it as a bit. I'd be very upset.
No, I wouldn't do it as a bit. But I told you guys I had PTSD. So when my friends got married, I was the best man of the wedding. It was a very, very hardcore Catholic service, right?
Yeah.
And I told the priest the night before, I'm like, hey, listen, I'm Jewish, and tomorrow when we get to the whole communion thing, if you don't mind, I'd rather not do that. And he's like, okay, I got you. So I wind up, I'm standing in line because I'm supposed to be respectful, and I get there, and the priest is going to hand me the communion, and I'm shaking my head no, and he literally sticks it in my mouth, gave me no choice whatsoever.
Yeah.
This is
And
probably
so
what you
then-
thought that you wanted. Because
No,
usually you just make the sign of the cross.
And I
No,
can,
no, but
I can
Otherwise
just
they
see
will.
Cappy going,
yeah.
No, Linz, my head was shaking. No. No. Don't you remember? No. Don't give it to me. So he gives it to me, right? It's in my mouth.
Why didn't you just say, Father, I'm Jewish?
Or put your hand up, you know.
I was under pressure, George. I was in a high leverage situation in that moment.
I mean, you're like the Dodgers bullpen.
So
it's not like he just shoved his hand in your mouth.
No,
Kathy.
he did. He legitimately took the thing and he stuck it in my mouth.
Edgardo Henriquez?
Right. So here's what I do. So I take it. I move off to the left.
Enriquez. Don't forget.
Right. Enriquez.
Iglesias.
Right.
That's right.
I take the communion. I move off to the left. And it's in my mouth, so I take it out of my mouth.
Oh no! Once it's in there,
that's
the
actually
sin
worse.
is already
I feel
over.
But I don't know. I'm naive. So I take it out of my mouth.
Oh, that's
I put it in
horrible.
my tuxedo pocket off to the right.
And then it dissolved.
No. So the sister of the bride, they're hardcore Catholic, right? The sister of the bride, she comes up to me. She goes, "Hey, I saw you take that communion, and I saw you take it out of your mouth. Where is it?"
Oh my
I go,
gosh!
well, it's in my pocket. I take it out of my pocket. She goes, "Give it to me." I take it out of my pocket. I give it to her, and she ate it right there on the spot.
You are literally a living, breathing Larry David.
That's that kind of story.
Yeah,
he is, honestly.
Yeah,
I spend a lot of time with him. A lot of things that we get into, sometimes I'm just like, what's going on?
I swear to God, you are like you and Larry should meet.
Me and Larry should go to church.
Yeah, exactly.
By 9:32, we'll do our picks against the spread in just a moment. But
are we breaking?
In a second. I'm setting up.
I just got to go to the potty.
Just hold on for a second. You know our friend Troy Santiago. We played it yesterday. We'll play it again here.
Tyler Higbee pasa a la derecha. Stafford se planta en la bolsa. Tiene tiempo el pase flotadito. Tutu. Completo a la 50 y se va a escapar. A la 40 del otro lado, a la 30, a la 20. Va a llegar a la yarda 10 a la 5. Touchdown. 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 Rams.
All right, so we made the comment about how amazing Troy is, and could he do the voicing for Torta Thursday?
Mm-hmm.
And, of course, I was like, I don't know if he's going to do that. Most likely he's in.
Oh, I love it.
Oh, really?
That's amazing.
I love it.
Did he hear? Because, everybody's always listening. Did he hear about it?
Manny, yes, I believe he heard it and reached out to Manny because he knows Manny, one of our MCs, and then I made a connection with him. So I told him it's not Torta Thursday this Thursday because it's Yom Kippur Thursday.
Right. We
Torta Thursday is coming back.
Yeah.
And it might be coming back with Troy Santiago in the Open.
That would be
There's a
so
story
money.
about Tortas from the Dodger game last
And we're going to get to that. So I want to get to the Torta story.
And then
picks against the spread. But right now, we're going to take a 2-minute timeout. Right here, the Sedano Kap Morning Show. YouTube-only hour and on the ESPN LA app. Smile, sucker. It's Wednesday on ESPN LA.
17.
Public Enemy, the pioneers of hip-hop. Take the stage at Fantasy Springs Resort Casino Friday, November 14th. Experience the raw energy, the iconic sound, and the powerful voices of Chuck D and Flavor Flav live on stage. Bring the noise! Public Enemy, Friday, November 14th. Only at Fantasy Springs Resort Casino. Tickets on sale now.
Supported by, everyone in the basketball, world. So, I'm just really thankful.
So you notice it too, though.
For sure. Yeah, it's everywhere.
Yeah.
Don't miss Mason and Ireland weekdays at noon on 710 ESPN, the ESPN LA app, and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
Hey guys, Cappy here. When disaster strikes, you need an ally who truly understands your needs. Avner Gatt is here to help you navigate the complexities of insurance claims. Are you feeling abandoned because your home is unlivable and your insurance company isn't cooperating? Or perhaps you're being pressured to use a contractor with poor reviews. You've been loyal to your insurance company for over 20 years, yet now they treat you like an outsider. Avner Gatt knows how to turn the tables. We protect homeowners from the games and fine print that insurance companies are known for, and we cover all of Southern California, ensuring your voice is heard and your home is restored. Visit AvnerGatt.com or call 818-917-5256. Avner and his family personally take your calls with 5-star ratings from Yelp, Google, and the Better Business Bureau. Don't let your insurance company dictate your future. Avner Gatt is here to help. Visit AvnerGatt.com or call 818-917-5256. Avner Gatt, your claim, our game.
710 ESPN, the home of the purple and gold, and the home of Mason and Ireland.
Luka Doncic.
I'm great. You guys?
You go through this body transformation. I did too. I gained 15 at the end of the season. Do you have any advice for me?
I don't.
You're a lost cause. It's over for me.
Mason and Ireland, weekdays at noon on 710 ESPN, the ESPN LA app, and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
You know how much I love it. 9:36, good morning, the Sedano Kap Morning Show. Star Wars The Dance versus Jack. On this day in 1977, the number one hit, Miko. The Star Wars theme with the Cantina Band, the Disco Mix. Oh, I love it. I learned about this before I even saw a Star Wars movie, you know, when I was a kid.
You're getting down, Cappy, aren't you? I can hear it. I want to see it on the YouTube.
I like to turn everything into like a little jazzy sort of a number, you know?
This is pretty jazzy, isn't it?
It's the best, the Miko mix.
Yeah.
You know, they play this on the old Star Wars slot machine that they used to have before Disney bought it, and when you got a bonus, it would play the song.
By the way, it's a Wild Card Wednesday on ESPN LA. Hear MLB playoff baseball all day long on the ESPN LA app. Just hit the ESPN Radio Live Sports tile for play-by-play from ESPN Radio and tonight at 6 p.m. Here the Dodgers looking to close out the Reds, the Dodgers, in Game 2 of the NL Wild Card. The game will be on 7:10 a.m. and the all-new ESPN LA app. And be sure to react tomorrow morning at 6:30 with the Blue Review on the ESPN LA YouTube channel. The MLB postseason on ESPN LA presented by Pechanga Resort Casino. Play your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino.
By the way, a special Blue Review tonight on YouTube right after the game for about 10 minutes.
And then we're going to take that and insert it. We're going to inject it.
Double dose of it, actually,
Yeah, we're going
tomorrow.
to inject it into the Sedano and Kap Yom Kippur special.
Right, so that way you've got, like, actual reaction to the Dodger game.
The Dodgers.
Great job, Berg.
Reaction.
Yeah, I'm the one that's going to have to stay up late.
I get, but he's got to He's got to do the content.
I don't get any credit for injecting.
I mean, you inject everything.
I do inject it. Like
You
a
are
turkey
very-
at Thanksgiving.
You
Like
are
you're
injectable.
sperm in your face.
Oh,
Come on, dude.
oh man.
YouTube hours, fine.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Oh, now it's fine. You should have dumped it, Bergie.
No.
Should have dumped
The
it.
dump doesn't do anything.
I like
for the
that
YouTube
was
hour.
in the open just for me.
Yeah,
You know
well,
how Cal Riley's the big dumper? That's going to be Bergman's name over there, the big dumper. Although that could be more you too, Cappy, actually, for
Well,
different reasons.
Oh, yeah,
You know,
that's
this-
right.
yeah,
Real
this
quick,
morning
we're going to
was
get.
amazing.
So hold on. We're going to get this. I got a request from Sam Pines from this, and I sent him some stuff from the past, but I told him we would do something fresh. So let's do 90 seconds fresh in a moment, and I'll tell you the topic in a second. Then we're going to get to the Torta story with Bergie at Dodger Stadium, then our picks against the spread. So, Cappy, let's talk about our friends at Depends. Now, you need them, and I need them, because when I got out of the hospital, I'm on a lot of meds, and sometimes I get really dehydrated, and it happened quickly right out of the gate. My uncle and I were going for a long walk. It was a little warmer that day in April, and it came, and it couldn't stop. And then it went everywhere, right on the sidewalk, all over my leg. And then it came out the front, too. But I definitely could have used Depends that day. And you need Depends like every week.
I am not embarrassed to tell you that about 2 weeks ago, this is a true story. I am driving to F45 in the morning. I've had a cup of coffee. And all of a sudden, I am in agonizing pain. I mean, I am like, I'm not going to make it. And the whole goal was make it to F45, hit the head, and then get out into the class. I'm not joking when I tell you I'm 30 seconds from making it there, and it happened right there in the car. So now I pull behind a building, and I actually thought for a second I was going to be able to clean myself up and still make it. Bro, I stepped out of the car. It went everywhere. It was all over me, all over the ground. I was only worried there were security cameras seeing me, what I was doing. Thankfully, I had a plastic bag in the car, which I put back down on my seat so I could get back in the car. Dude, when I got home, I had to garden hose myself off, wash my sneakers. I was a disgusting mess. So let me tell you something right now. I'd rather wear Depends and be safe rather than as sorry as I was that day. God, it was embarrassing. Why did I just tell you that?
Can you imagine, Sedano, Cappy and I doing an endorsement for Depends and like doing social media about it.
Oh, my God. It'd be fantastic. It'd actually be the epitome of what this place has become in a good way.
Yes. We love our friends at Depends.
Just see a picture of me and you just wearing our Depends.
That's why we wear Skechers, because you can just throw them in the washing machine.
Right. Just in case for emergencies.
And they're amazingly comfortable. Okay, with that, 9:40 right now. Before we get to our picks against the spread, last night Bergie was at Dodger Stadium for the Dodgers. And guess who ran into him?
So Ron the Caddy ran into us yesterday, and he is
I
just,
saw your video.
He's just the most amazing person in the history of the world.
Has your girlfriend Jean ever met Ron the
So
Caddy?
no, and I'm glad you brought that up, because at the beginning of the game, he comes by and he's very cordial and nice, and he goes, "Hey, nice to meet you. My seats are up here. I'm gonna go there. If the seats behind you, if they're free, let me know, and I'll come down and sit with you." I told him, "Hey, unfortunately, they're not there." So he went upstairs, but then in the seventh inning, the real Ron the Caddy came.
Oh, he had
had a few by then.
Right.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
I told Gene beforehand. I was like, "All right, he was calm there, but he's a little bit more than what you just saw. It's gonna be a lot." Ron comes screaming down, walking down the stairs to where we are. Gregory Bergman, and so he comes and sits down.
And he definitely had sniffed the keys, too.
Oh,
by
yeah.
then.
Just like he was so excited because he thought he won his prize picks. He was like, "I love prize picks. I love prize picks." He was screaming and yelling and like screaming in the guy's ear next to him. And he turns to him and he goes, "Hey, you're screaming in my ear. Can you just stop doing that for just a second?"
Oh, that's so good.
Just for a second, please.
What did Ron
stop.
say?
Ron goes, "Hey, man, I'm sorry. I'm just doing what I'm doing here, but like, scream in my ear. Just scream in my ear if you want me to."
Oh, my God.
So good. And he just started, and the guy, so that he diffused the whole thing. When everyone calmed down, he turned around and he goes, "I'm a diffuser. See what I just did there? I'm a diffuser."
That could be his new name, the diffuser.
Really? Well, he is a diffuser because first he's an infuser, then he's a diffuser.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny. Ron sends me his prize picks every day, and I appreciate it because he's a much better prize picks player than I am. But this morning, do you guys ever get where somebody calls you on a platform you're not expecting a phone call from? In other words, this morning my phone rang before we even went on the air, and it was Ron the Caddy calling me from Instagram.
Yeah, an Instagram video, yeah.
Right. So it wasn't like he called me because he had my phone number, which he can have. I don't care. But he called me from Instagram this morning, and I always find that to be a little bit weird.
Well, you know why? Because he said he was torta hunting.
Oh,
and he found one, so he had to leave because he found a torta.
I wonder if he made a video of him in the
So
torta.
So he was drinking all night. I think he just got home right now at the beginning of the show.
So
He told me he planned on spending $175 on beer yesterday at Dodger Stadium. So he probably should have gotten about 3 or 4 beers for $175.
Exactly right. Oh, we love Ron the Caddy updates. We got to keep it going.
So good.
All right, with that, hit the NFL music, please. It is time for our picks against the spread. Bergie, if you have it in front of you, if you can give an update on week 3 and where we stand. Or Lindsay.
What, you don't trust me to do it anymore?
I didn't know who had it in front of them.
Do you have it, Lindsay?
Or maybe he doesn't trust you, Lindsay.
Oh, well, first of all, it's there for everybody to see. It's the same link every week. So just so you guys know, if anyone wants to look at it at any point,
All right, let's get the results, please.
All right, so right now, for picks against the spread, in last place, can you guess? No?
Yeah, me.
Yeah.
It is. It's Jorge. So
He didn't give
Jorge
picks
didn't give
last
his
week.
picks last
Cabby
week.
had a good week.
No,
Yeah.
but he's not out of it. So Jorge's got 23 points. I'm behind him with 27 points. And then Sedano and Cap have 28 points. They're neck and neck. Then Berg's got 30, and Chris has 35. So
And here's the
I had a
funny
big
thing.
week.
Chargers
You
were
did,
my
Cap.
Chargers were my 5 last week, and I lost that. If I would have gotten the if your Chargers, Cappy, wouldn't
Same
have
thing
screwed
for me.
Yeah.
you had 10, Cap. So good job.
That's all I
Why
had.
you don't
I had
bet on the
10.
Chargers?
Yeah, good
10
job.
points.
It is time now for our week 4 picks against the spread wins.
All right, guys. So we're going to start off with the 49ers at Rams game tonight. Minus 6.5 for the Rams.
Tomorrow night.
Oh, I'm sorry. Tomorrow night. I don't know what date it is either, Captain.
I thought you were
I
actually
know.
just trying to play like for the Yom Kippur special
Right.
tomorrow, that it sounded like fresh content.
And it's tonight. All right, Capio, who you got for the 49ers Rams?
I've got the Rams. I think that the Niners are very beat up. If the Niners lose at home to the Jaguars, then I think the Rams should win this game. And I've said it earlier, I think the Rams will win this game convincingly. Just too many injuries on the San Francisco side. I've got the Rams to cover the 6.5 and that's my 5.
Oh, yeah.
I'm with you, Cappy. I got the same exact thing. Bergman, what do you got?
So I have the Rams also, but Rams-Niners games are never – it's always close, and the Niners kind of have their Rams number for the most part. Not last year, but usually. I do have the Rams, and that's my 3.
All right, Brianna, what do you got?
I think my JV team's going to come in and win, so I'll take the 49ers at my 5. Or make it 10 since I missed it last week, no?
All right, so Christopher, how is the leader going to pick this game? The leader of picks against the spread.
Well, we just had our BFF, my BFF, Les Snead on, and I got to do it. I've predicted 14-3. Now, I do have them losing at 1 point to the Niners. I figured that they were going to split, but not tomorrow night. Not Thursday Night Football, Jack. I will take the Rams, and that is my 5.
All right. Sedano.
I also have the Rams, and that's my 5.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
I should everybody but Briones.
Oh, yeah. You might make some points up there right there.
And Bergman. He doesn't have him as the 5.
3.
Yeah.
But still. Okay. All
But
right.
still, right, it's important at 3. It's not like it's the 2. 3 is still sizable. You can win with 3.
Yes.
All right, now we're going to move on to Raider Cap at the Colts, minus 6.5. I've got the Colts, and that's my 4. Berg, where are you going to go with this one?
I'm going to still go with the Raiders.
Oh,
I know they're beat up. Oh, wait, no, I changed it, actually. I'm going with the Colts. I'm going with the Colts
Traitor.
because of the offensive line and because Colton Miller, their left tackle, is so important, is not on that. If it's the Rams and you lose your left tackle, I'm going against you. The Raiders have a terrible offensive line. When you lose Colton Miller, too, you just have no – Ashton Genty is going to have a tough time getting in space, and Geno Smith is not going to be able to get protected. So I'm going with the Colts.
Geno Smith!
That's his 2. All right, Briones, who do you got?
I'll take the Colts. Give me the Colts at 2. I'll take the Colts at 2.
Okay. Christopher, the leader.
I will take the Colts, and that's my 4. Suck on it, Raider fans.
All right, Cappy, Raider Cap, what you got?
Raider Cap stays loyal to his Raiders. But I don't think that they're going to win this game, and I know that it will be a struggle to cover the 6.5. I'll stay loyal to the Raiders. That's my 1.
Ooh, doesn't sound so confident. George, what do you think about Raider Cap's pick and your pick?
This one's actually very tough for me. I don't know. It's a big number. You know what I mean? I don't think the Colts have been favored by this much yet this season. There's a lot of, Colts love at the moment. And, look, deservedly so. They've been fantastic thus far this season. I'm trying to see if there's a bigger number that they've been favored by. Tennessee was 6, and that was on the road. So I guess technically that was it. I'm going to go with –
Do it.
I'm going to go with the Raiders this week.
Do it.
no.
Make it your 4.
And that's my
4.
2. That's my 2.
What are you doing, man?
I'm trying to win.
He's trying to make up points.
Very methodical there.
Man.
All right, so the next one we've got Broncos at the Eagles, minus 3.5. I'm going to go Philadelphia, and that is my 2. Briones, who do you got?
I got a text from DeAndre. He said go to the Eagles at 4, so I'll take the Eagles at 4.
Okay, good enough. Berg?
I got the Eagles here, and I'm going big on them. They're my 5. I think they're going to destroy.
Wow.
I don't trust the Broncos.
All right, how about leader Morales?
I'm going to believe in the Broncos.
There you go.
Broncos, and that's my 2.
All
Not
right.
much belief.
Well, but guess what? I'm putting it out there just a little bit, just a few inches of it.
Be careful.
I stopped. That's why I stopped.
But it was just the tip.
All right,
That's
Cappy.
what I was not going to say, actually. See, the sound said the story.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Cappy, who you got?
So this is a line game for me. In other words, at 3, I might take the Eagles, but at 3.5, I'm definitely going to take the Broncos. I don't think the Eagles are going to blow these guys out. I think Denver's defense is too good. And I think that the Broncos – listen, the Eagles are going to lose at some point. While the weather's good in Philadelphia, I might take – Denver could actually pull an upset here. I'll take Denver to cover the 3.5. That's my 4.
Ooh, nice,
Oh,
Captain.
wow, very confident there. And Sedano.
This one is, I think, going to be very close and very tough to pick, in my opinion. I've got the Broncos, but it's only my 1. I think the Broncos defense is good enough to keep it close and within the score. But, yeah, I'm not, overly confident about it.
All right, so we're starting to get some separation here with our picks. Good. Always good. All right, next one. The headband, Baker Mayfield. Buccaneers at Seahawks, minus 3.5. I'm going to go with Tampa Bay, but they're only my 1 because they let me down last week. Come on, guys. Come on. Berg, who you got?
Tampa Bay has every game that they won was in the final seconds. And
that's true.
And Seattle has been actually very impressive for the most part. So I'm going Seattle, and that's my 4.
Wow.
Nice.
Briones?
Give me Seattle as 1. I'll take Seattle at my 1.
All right. And how about the leader of picks against the spread?
I
Christopher
believe
Morales?
in the headband always. I will take the Bucks, and that's my 3.
All right, Cappy, who you got?
I'm going to take Seattle. I'm going to make that my 2. I think Tampa Bay's got too many injuries and too long of a cross-country trip. That game is in Seattle, correct?
Yep.
Yes,
Yep.
it is.
Yep. So I'm going to take Seattle at home to cover the 3.5. That's my 2.
All right. George, who you got?
I mean, again, another tough one. Emeka Buka is probably going to be the rookie of the year,
So good.
at least right now. They're just getting Chris Godwin back.
Mike Evans is out.
Was a little rusty. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Evans is out.
I think Bucky Urban's out too, right?
Bucky Irving is going to be out unless his
Yeah,
boot
well,
comes off.
he's in a boot at the moment. So I'm going to take Seattle, and that's my 3.
All right, last one. We've got Cappy's San Diego Superchargers. They're going to be hosting the Commandos. Chargers -2.5. I've picked Jim Harbaugh and the Chargers for a bounce-back game, and that's my 3. Berg, who do you got?
So I'm assuming most of you are going to take the Chargers, so I want to make up some points here. I'm going to go with the Commanders. Jaden Daniels is back. The offensive line for the Chargers, a little bit messed up now with no Joe Alt. Very messed up right now, so I'm going to take the Commanders, but just as my 1, because that's all I have left.
All right, how about you, Briones?
Give me the Chargers at 3. I'll take the Chargers at 3.
All right, you're a big fan of
Herbert. Yeah, just because of that.
the leader, Christopher Morales.
So I took the Chargers as my 5 last week, and they made me atone for that sin.
Mm-hmm.
And I won't do it again. That was a Yom Kippur bit. Happy Yom Kippur, by the way, for the replay tomorrow on this. I will take the Commanders. I'm not completely confident about it. That's my 1.
All right. George, I'll go to you next. What do you got in this
I do
one?
like the Chargers in a bounce back. Jaden Daniels' first game back. I don't know how mobile he's going to be, and that's a big part of his game. So I think this one becomes a bit of a shootout in the sense of, like, I think it could be high scoring. I don't think the Commanders are very good stopping the run. Hampton looks like he's starting to feel himself a little bit. The offensive line for the Chargers has been good run blocking for him, even despite the injuries. I'm going to go with the Chargers. That's my 4.
Too many injuries for the Chargers on the offensive line. Chargers have now seen what it looks like when you're playing against a team from the NFC East. Washington's better than the Giants. Washington has a chance to jump into the Cap 10 next week. Washington comes to L.A., plays a home game in front of the SoFi crowd. Washington wins. That's my 3. And if I had more,
hit that would have killed a lesser man.
I would have played it more, but I'll take it as my 3.
Well, it's not official until it's official. You can switch some stuff around still.
I'll keep it right there. I'll keep it right there
You
at
could
3.
flop like a salmon fish.
No, I will not do that. Linz, can you just go back to last
math.
week's numbers? What did everybody score last week?
I only had like 4, I think.
Briones had 0. Sedano had 3.
Wait.
I had 6.
Oh, boy, here we go.
No, it's all. Everyone
No,
was triple
Sedano's
check.
Sedano's going to
What
challenge
were the
it.
games
Triple
last
check.
week?
Oh, Sedano's going in now. He's going in. I see it in his eyes.
No, I'm just curious. I thought I had 4.
You had the only ones that you got right were you had Chicago, which was your 2,
Yeah.
and then the Rams, which was your 1.
Okay.
Well, how many did I have last week?
You had 10.
Can you tell me what I had?
I said you had 10.
No, I want to know the game.
The games.
Oh, okay. So you got the Dallas game right. That was 2. The Giants, which was 3, and the Rams, which was 5. That's 10.
Wait, go to the bottom though. Look at my 1. My 1 was Tampa Bay.
Oh, boy.
Didn't they cover?
No, they didn't. The Eagles covered that game.
Yeah, Eagles.
covered.
What was the line in that game?
3.5.
What was the final score? I don't remember.
The
More
Eagles
than
won
that.
by like 6 or 7.
Yeah.
I think it was 7, yeah.
I thought I had 11 points, but okay.
Well, no.
I'll go with the official scorekeepers.
Well, here's the thing, and this isn't a blame on anybody, but if we can get the graphic a little bit earlier, that way on Sundays we should be tweeting about how it's going. We should be tweeting about it, like, for our fans that are following along as the day goes on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree.
So we do a lot in our group text, like we're talking about the games. We should do that on Twitter and let people interact with us. If we had a community, we could do it in there, but, we blew that thing up.
Nah, it wasn't worth it.
Yeah, you're
You know
right.
what? It's
No, you're
funny
right.
you say that, though. I got a message from one of our listeners yesterday, Darth Navarro, and Darth was like, man, it just sucks that people were so disrespectful and people were such jerks that we don't have this great community that we had to have conversations about what was going on like last night during the Dodger game. And he was like all bummed out about it. And I'm like, bro, I get you, man. I feel
Few
you.
scumbags, man. Few scumbags.
Just you got a couple of people that are just world-class trolls out there.
And because that's why in your next contract, I'm going to buy you out of this San Diego nonsense, and you can let go those two guys.
Come on, man. Why
That's what we're
why
gonna
you gotta
do.
turn it into a global thermonuclear war?
That's what
why
we're
you
doing.
gotta be like that?
You want us to buy you out of that, so you don't have to worry about it. Time for the Dealer's Choice Real Deal, brought to you by Seller's Advantage. Want to sell your house? Before you call an agent, call Seller's Advantage. They'll buy it as is with a competitive cash offer. No repairs needed. They make selling easy. Call 888-390-AS-IS for a no-obligation offer, or visit sellersadvantage.com. DRE 0196-1658. Cappy, this could possibly replay for our Yom Kippur special, so make it a good one.
Well, I wanted to talk about Yom Kippur right now. So here we go. These are the high holy days for me and my Hebrew brothers and sisters out there. And when people say, hey, are you observing Yom Kippur? That's the way to kind of handle it, as opposed to are you celebrating Yom Kippur? Because Yom Kippur is not a holiday that you celebrate. It is a holiday that you maybe observe. And the observation of the holiday is very simple. You give up everything for one day. Just for one day. Give up work, give up making money, give up fun, give up pleasure. No driving, no electronics, no sex. You give up everything that is considered pleasurable or important to you, and you make that sacrifice for one day just to say, hey, look, I'm conscious of what's going on. Not everything I do is perfect. Not everything I say is great. The way I treat people all the time is exactly the way I'm supposed to. So you know what? For one day, I'm going to quote-unquote suffer by not eating and not doing anything pleasurable. And then by tomorrow, the next day, I'm good. And I can go back to being who I was. And thank goodness every year this comes around and I can absolve myself of all these sins. And oh, by the way, the menu on Thursday night, I'm going to go in and I am going to get an everything bagel. I'm going to get some cream cheese. I'm going to spread that cream cheese lugubriously over the bagel. Then I'm going to fill it up with lox and capers and tomatoes. And then I'm going to eat like I have never eaten again before in my life. And then I'm going in for round 2, tuna salad, egg salad, whitefish salad, you name it. I'm going to eat it like I haven't eaten in a year. I'm going to break the fast. And then on Friday, I'm coming back to the airwaves, and I'm going back to being the same jerk I can normally be. So observe the holiday. Do your best to get through the fast easily, and we'll see everybody on Friday.
Beautiful. Beautifully done, Cappy. We will see it tomorrow morning. Of course, fresh content as well. The Yom Kippur special here on the Sedano and Kap Morning Show. Remember, no YouTube hour tomorrow, so we'll go 7 to 9 a.m. with the Yom Kippur special. We'll be back on Friday, live and local. Hey, everybody, goodbye. Yeah. We'll do the YouTube hour on Friday. Plus, Mike Trudell will join us, and we'll do other stuff. Sedano will do the first hour with us, and then it's just Cappy and us for the second hour. I believe our friend Sam Patesh, our ESPN LA Kings insider, will join us. It's going to be good. Plus, Quentin Yates, the CY, is going to stop by. Sedano?
Yeah, excellent work by everybody, including you, Christopher.
Oh, there we go.
Not bad.
Great job, Lindsay, Bergman, Briones, Parker, and the crew in the back. The Mongrels.
They did a great job.
Yeah, Cappy, excellent work as always. Yeah, listen, and by the way, thanks to all our guests today, right? Michelle Smallman, Rich Ganon, especially because he agreed with me so much. And of course, the Les Snead. Cappy, would you say that interview, all of them were fantastic, but the Les Snead one, we went deep with Les.
Lester Snead is an amazing guy and a great general manager and a real innovator. And I'm glad he was willing to have that conversation with us.
Yeah, good job booking the guests. We loved it.
Yes, good job, Lindsay, on that. It is a Wacky Wednesday. Oh, we didn't do Wacky Wednesday. We'll do that next week. When Torta Thursday returns, so a Wacky Wednesday. Everybody have a beautiful Wednesday. We'll see you tomorrow morning for Yom Kippur and Friday for an extravaganza, Jack.
Everybody.
Can't get enough of the Rich Eisen Show? You're in luck. You can find us everywhere. Watch us weekdays on Disney Plus from noon to 3 Eastern. Miss the show? We've got a podcast